Is this us? Yes, it is. Good morning, everybody. That's Sponge and Plowed. Got that one off the old Twitter. A good egg. Rogue Chico 1. Thanks for the song request to start the show today. What's up, Jimmy?
I'm tired.
You're tired? Why?
Yes,
San Francisco kicked your ass?
It's just the flight home on a Sunday. You get up and I don't sleep Saturday night, and then Sunday you're on a plane. And it's just, you don't sleep, and it's just a shitty, long day.
And you guys like to get the first flight out, so...
Always.
Which flight was it? 6, 7 in the morning?
7 in the morning, and we left. It's like when we left to go out, there was a 3-hour delay, and it's just never a fun trip.
What was the delay about?
Fog, San Francisco. They shut the fucking airport for 90 minutes. You couldn't land, so everything was backed up.
Oh, that sucks.
It wasn't even annoying, though. It's like when you know the airline's doing the best they can. Like when it's not the airline's fault, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
When it's weather, it's like you can't avoid that.
Well, that blows, though, because it's already a long flight, and then you know you got 3 hours to wait before you even start the long flight.
Yeah, and then you got to go out and do a show. But it was fun. I love it out there. I love it.
How are the shows?
Awesome. They were great. I mean, the crowds were good. It's like, I just wish I was out there doing nothing.
You should go out there and do nothing then.
Yeah, I probably should. I just need someone to travel with.
The time when we were off the air and I had no one to report to, it was the best to just do it by myself. It was awesome. You meet people.
I'm not good at that.
It forces you to just socialize with strangers, and it's kind of cool in a weird way. You should try it.
Everybody I know is comfortable doing, like, oh, I'd go on vacation by myself. Would you go somewhere by yourself? I'm just not comfortable doing it. No, man. I don't know what I would do. I would just sit in my computer in my hotel on the computer and be a fucking pig.
No, you got to just walk around and take in the sights. Yeah. I love San Francisco. Fuck, I love it out there. I say it all the time. If that city was on the East Coast, I would move there tomorrow, so I could still kind of be close to family. But it's just like when you commit to moving to San Francisco, you're basically saying goodbye to your loved ones, their extended family. They're not going to see you anytime soon.
No, I probably would hate it after a month, though. It's like I like any place for 3 days. I have a great time. When I'm doing a gig, it's like, oh, it's great. The people are nice. You talk to them after the show. But, who knows? On a Tuesday morning, I might be like, this fucking blows.
Did you guys walk around, do anything?
Only on the Saturday.
Where'd you go? Anywhere cool?
No, I just went for lunch with Kenny and Kelsey, who's my my opening act. We just went out and grabbed some lunch. Went down the fucking...
The wharf?
No, it's some touristy area. We did nothing, basically. As you're asking, I did nothing out there.
Even though you love it? You love it so much you didn't do much.
I love it so much I did nothing. I just enjoy the hotel, I guess. I like the Omni Hotel where I stayed.
All right, there you have it.
I almost had a meltdown because I wanted shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
And, it's like one of these things where if you have 24-hour room service, why can't you serve shrimp cocktail late? It's already fucking... It's there.
It's on ice somewhere.
It's already on ice, and they're like, well, we don't offer that, and it wouldn't be fair to offer it to you and not to our other customers. It's just like...
But the other customers would never know, so how about you just take care of me?
That's kind of the point I made.
Also, they shouldn't be holding on to the seafood. They should be trying to move the seafood.
What do you mean it's not fair? Well, that's San Francisco for you. It's not fair to everybody else, but everyone else doesn't know that I want a shrimp cocktail right now.
Yeah, it's not like we're all talking about it at the same time.
Exactly.
I'm the only one you're saying. What do you think? We're all on a fucking... You're on a conference call?
You're on a shrimp cocktail app. You're just discussing it with each other.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to get it for myself. I mean, all it is cocktail sauce and 4 to 6 shrimp in a dish.
4 to 6 shrimp in a fucking dish and cocktail sauce.
And they really said it's not fair to anybody else?
Yeah, that was one excuse.
Oh, God.
Well, it's really not fair to offer it to you and not to the other customers. I'll ask the chef.
Right.
I'll ask the chef.
And what did the chef say?
Of course, he said no.
He didn't say no.
Yeah, she probably didn't ask him.
She was just passing the old buck, as they say.
Yeah, she probably took 2 more calls and then called me back and he goes, no, he just doesn't. Sometimes people just don't want to. Sometimes they just don't want to take care of you, or they just don't fucking feel like it.
Because they got the power.
Yeah.
People just want to be dicks.
Yeah.
It's easier to be a dick than a nice person, I believe. Completely believe that.
Maybe when the shrimp, they have to go in and get it out of the ice or something, and then they have to doll it up. They make a presentation. Maybe that's what she was being lazy about.
How about you just tell them I don't need a presentation. Just throw them on a fucking plate and just give me a dollop of cocktail sauce.
But that wouldn't be fair to me.
Whop.
Because all the other people get it nice and messy. That wouldn't be fair to me because everyone else gets it made so beautifully.
Yeah, right.
San Francisco's annoying.
Maybe
change my tune on San Francisco. Fuck it.
That was very quick.
Yeah,
very quick.
Quick heel turn. I'm never going back.
Well, that would drive you nuts after a while. That was what was strange about. I mean, the city's so liberal. It's really, really strange. I remember my college buddy. He lives out there, and he was taking me some interesting and different restaurants, kind of really nice restaurants. And the homeless people are sleeping right outside these restaurants, right on the curb. I watch people pretty much step over them. You know, they're just a little more giving with their homeless population.
Yeah, there was a lot of them where we were.
Everywhere. We tend to push them to the outskirts, but in San Francisco, they're like, no, lay right in front of my wonderful restaurant. No problem here. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the way to do it.
Right.
Maybe somewhere in between would be nice.
Right.
But, all right, you didn't get your maybe they had to devein the shrimp and that was going to take too long.
Yeah, there was something going on behind the scenes that I wasn't privy to, but it's like a fucking real first world problem. I just couldn't get my shrimp cocktail and it just set me into a fucking tailspin. It was just the annoying woman I spoke to. I just knew, like when you talk to someone on the phone, I knew who this person was.
Yeah.
And I knew why she was saying no. She was just being a twat.
I want to talk about this for the next 40 minutes. Can we?
That's
I want to really just break this all the way down to nothingness. The shrimp cocktail that Jimmy didn't get.
It just annoyed me.
That's stupid. So we're shorthanded today. Erik, good old E-Rock, and he gets so annoyed when he gets beat up on this show, but he does it to himself. He decided that today was the perfect day to take off. We have no one here. We have Paul. Young Paul is in Travis's spot because Travis is down in Disney.
That's right.
And he's the only
dog. There he is.
He's the only guy on staff today. So you have to run back and forth between there and the office?
Yeah.
And what did Erik tell you?
He had his day off.
But why did he pick today of all days?
I mean, after a successful beer show Friday night, you got to take the following Monday off.
Oh, that's a good point. He did have a very successful beer show that I was part of. Yes.
And where are the interns? We have no interns.
We have no interns.
It's not
and
totally clear.
And we have staff, but not a lot of staff today.
Well, at some point...
And then E-Rock decided, he knows we're so shorthanded today, and he decided today was the day he was going to take a day of leisure.
Who's
a day for himself.
Does anyone have to say yes to him?
Erik is also in charge of the interns, too.
But who's in charge of the channel?
Erik said he's in charge of the channel.
Is it you guys? Is it Erik? Is it is it fucking Wickland? Who is it?
Erik announced recently that he is now in charge of the channel. He did an Alexander Haig on us. He just decided he's in charge, right?
That's correct. He announced it on his show.
He announced it on his show that he's now running the channel.
Yeah.
How does he come in? How does he not come in?
We have to sort it out.
What's that?
We have to sort all this out.
This has been on for years. Like, how does he not know that he can't not come in when there's no interns and no fucking Travis?
Well, logically, I mean, if you want to run the channel someday, because, I mean, it's all fun and games in his head. That's okay if he thinks he's running the channel, but he's absolutely not running the channel. But if that's his goal someday and he's a younger guy, then you got to be smart enough not to take a day for yourself when there's no one here. That's when you step up and show everyone that I could take charge. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he took a day for himself. I don't know. We'll be absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. In the end, we just have to turn these mics on, and we'll do good radio no matter what. These guys just make it easier for us.
At some point, this is when it'll become interesting. Paul, who's basically who's working things on the board in that room over there, he has to leave for 20 minutes. To go load stuff for the replay.
Yeah.
So there will be nobody running anything in the control room over there.
Yeah, but that's just pushing a button to the break, really.
Answer phone calls?
Answer
a few phone calls, I guess. Are you answering phones as well?
Yes.
So you're doing what, 3 jobs?
Yes.
There's no intern.
He's videotaping the studio.
Wait, he's videotaping the studio.
That's one.
He did
You're running the board in there.
2.
He did the research for the guests.
Right.
3.
All your news stories.
Right. And then you're screening the phone calls.
Got the video clips for today.
And then you have to get the replay ready.
7.
While the live show's going, right?
And get your live reads read.
8.
What about my oatmeal? And Jimmy's breakfast?
That would be a job for the interns who are not here today, so it relies on Roland.
Oh.
All right, so you have 8 jobs and Roland 2.
And Erik decided to take today of all days. That's just amazing to me.
I don't understand it.
It's been happening for years, and it just makes me laugh at this point.
Oh, well.
It's just so stupid.
If it was a scheduled day off, but if it's just a last-minute decision and you know you have no interns.
I believe it was a last-minute decision, yes. Yes. We have plenty of people when people decide they want to take a week or a couple days, that's fine. But then you got to be smart and realize, wait, maybe today I should just step up and make sure, I'm there. They're shorthanded.
Yeah.
But
he's not a bright boy.
We might have to call him. He's not a bright boy at all.
He won't answer.
He'll just let the phone ring.
Yeah,
today?
I think so.
Well, he told me call if you need anything, and I already placed a call that was unanswered.
Oh, really? All right.
Is he an alcoholic, Eric?
You think that's what it is?
No, I'm just asking. I have no desire, no reason to base that. I'm just literally asking.
Well, during the beer show, he decided to stop drinking the beer.
Oh, okay.
Which made it very strange because I don't know. I think if you're doing a beer show, I think you got to drink the beer. Don't you think?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like when a host leaves a party.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, there was a lot of brewers in studio, and there
He had to drive home. I think that was his experience.
Right, that was what he tweeted.
No, but you're tasting the beer. He stopped tasting the beer, so he couldn't even really talk about the beer that was being tried by everybody else in the room.
Did you get drunk?
No, I was just sipping. I didn't feel too good at the end of last week. I feel much better today. So I was just kind of sipping. And honestly, a lot of those beers I'm just not into. They have sour beer and stouts and what else? Lagers and amber beers and beers that are now... I don't know. They're put into oak barrels and bourbon barrels and wine barrels. They're doing so many crazy things with beer these days.
So what does he do? He just takes a sip and talks about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them. Some were cool to try out. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice, but I don't know. That whole beer world has passed me by. There's just so much going on with it. You can't even keep track. And they said that every day. I forgot how many breweries open up every single day. It's crazy, the competition for the beer now, too. Roland, what do you got? Why did E-Rock take the day off?
I don't know, but this morning the studio was very, very messy, so facilities had to come very, very early to clean up his mess.
What do you mean it was messy?
Garland everywhere.
Well, that's for the time of year.
Yeah, this is Christmassy stuff.
I think he might have been sauced and started...
Oh. He left a bunch of... Look at that. He left stuff on the walls. No, it's decorations.
Right.
He left a tree.
Well, Friday.
We're trying to give Mars a good Christmas, so that's why all this is up.
This morning he gave us a big
it's
Utah
really
log.
for just Mars. What?
He gave us a big Utah log this morning.
Oh, all right. What was messy about the studio? Because then I hung around and did Sam's show, and the studio was totally fine.
You might have been drunk. Yeah.
Well, Friday, with Travis out, we're still shorthanded. So on Friday, we have to load everything in for the replay and everything.
Yeah.
So all that responsibility was on me, while Erik was in here for about 2.5 hours decorating the studio.
All right. Well,
2 hours to do this shit? I got to do this in 10 minutes. Fucking awful.
There's no way this took 2 hours.
No.
Yeah.
It's very basic decorations.
I need to point out that I'm in the Jewish corner.
What do you mean? That's Hanukkah stuff? I wouldn't even know.
There's sad Hanukkah decoration around me.
What makes your area sad?
It's pathetic, man. Like I don't want more. I don't care. I don't even need this. But it's like, don't do this. Don't do that.
What are you pointing at? Oh, just that?
Sort of. Look, there's like dreidels and shit in here.
Oh, it is. Okay, it is Hanukkah themed.
Patronizing.
I didn't see the Jewish stars on that thing.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we just gave you a little corner, but of course you want to take more of the studio, don't you?
Well, I'm entitled to more of the studio.
You understand that's the door. I need that strategically to get out every morning. You can't have that.
No, that's mine.
It is Hanukkah too. Happy Hanukkah to the Jews in studio.
Thank you.
Second day. Woo-woo.
Is it the second day?
Last night was the first night.
Sunset was the first night.
Sunset.
What happens on the first day?
Sucks.
You like
You just light a candle and
At night.
Are you allowed to give out gifts on the first day?
Sure.
Is it a shitty gift?
No, it's
When's the big gift?
Well, whatever day you choose to give us the big gift is when the big gift.
Wouldn't it be on the last day?
Yeah, if you want to wait till the last day to give us a good gift, that's fine.
Oh, us?
Well, yeah, you're my boss, and it's 7 days, 8 nights of Hanukkah. So whenever you choose to do it is fine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, don't look at me.
Oh, boy. And you were in Florida?
I was.
I
was there for 3 days.
But Justin went when other people could cover for him,
right?
Which was great, right?
You
were fine.
I don't give a fuck when people take their days because my schedule is very strange. I have like a 4-day work week basically, so I don't really get a lot of vacation weeks.
Right.
In the summer, and then maybe one in late January, early February. That's about it. So I understand these guys got to do their thing
Take
too.
their days, yeah.
And the other thing,
But so I don't, and in general, I don't give a fuck. It's just when we're extremely shorthanded, it's
right.
It makes it problematic.
It's just sorry, just know who's going to be here. Like,
Right.
you're actually, I want Travis to take his days in Iraq. You shouldn't. I wouldn't give the company 1 day back. It's your. You said no one wants to give the company days back.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you got someone here.
Yeah, exactly.
Little sweetie.
How was Disney?
it was fun.
Aren't you too old for Disney?
My kids aren't. My kids loved every second of it.
I think you loved every second of it.
I've gone too many times with them, so it's a lot of. There's an hour-long wait for this ride. I'll wait here. So while you go over there, you'll get.
Didn't you get the Easy Pass or whatever it's called?
The Fast Pass.
And it's still an hour and a half?
Well, the Fast Pass you can only reserve 3 rides at a time.
Right.
So, if you've reserved 3 Fast Pass, all right, they want to do the Winnie the Pooh ride, they want to meet this princess, they want to do this, and then they also want to do It's a Small World. One of those things you're waiting online for, while the other.
I can't imagine going to one of these parks and waiting an hour and a half for a fucking ride. It'll drive me insane.
Is that how long you got to wait?
Yeah, there was one I stood online for 50 minutes for. It was the like Seven Dwarfs mining roller coaster ride. I was online for 50 minutes because my daughter wanted to go on it. She'd never gone on that roller coaster before. She was always scared when she was younger.
Yeah.
The ride was like 3 minutes. So it's a 50-minute wait for a 3-minute ride.
I would not be able to do that. I don't have the patience for it.
No, I don't either. What about how long does Fast Pass make you? Like, how long can you get in? Does Travis have Fast Pass?
I'm sure he
God,
does.
Travis probably is hooked up nice at this point because he goes a lot.
They got this whole thing figured out. When you check in, they give you a bracelet, right? And it's like, it looks like a Fitbit bracelet, those like plastic computerized bracelets.
Yeah.
That's your key to your room.
Yeah.
That's your ticket to get into the park.
Yeah.
If you get your picture taken anywhere, it's scanned to that bracelet.
Yeah.
If you go on any of the rides, you have to check in with the bracelet.
Yeah.
And then if they take your picture on the roller coaster, when you go later and claim any photos that are connected to your bracelet, you'll see you on the rides.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. I don't know how they know exactly which one is you, but
That's the world we're going to live in, gentlemen. Get used to it.
No kidding.
That's a microcosm of 20 years from now.
It's true.
Yeah, I just walk in. I have my little fucking finger, because I can't say the word because then I'll have to go, what's that to myself and ruin my flow. But it's in my finger, and everywhere I go, they just know. And my picture comes up. That's a great. That's the world we're going to live in.
Yep. That's how you pay for everything.
Yep, that was it.
That's how the government will track you.
Right, that was it.
And if you're not wearing that bracelet, that'll be a major red flag.
You have to have it on. You don't have to carry any money anywhere. You just hold that bracelet up. I authorize my kids could spend money on everything.
Yeah.
Also, when you check in at the park, you put your finger and they scan your fingerprint. And they say it's to keep track of. But they're clearly wanting to make sure that there's no criminals going into the park.
They're checking out the database.
Sure. Yeah, it's amazing.
I've been to Disney. Or did I go to Universal? You know what? I don't know if I ever went to Disney.
Really?
I think I went to Universal. I've never been to Disney.
I went to Disney when I was 30 years old. I celebrated my 30th down in Florida, and I grabbed my brother. We went down there. It was really kind of creepy, but in some weird way, I'm like, oh, this was what we were supposed to do if we had a normal family growing up. So I needed to just see what it was, would it have been like.
So did you go on the rides?
Yeah, I did everything. It was awesome. I definitely had a good time, but I don't know.
So
I don't remember waiting on a lot of rides, so maybe we wandered around more than anything.
Right. You kind of experienced what Mars is going through every holiday season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the difference is I get over things as far as family shit goes.
You don't carry it around with you?
No. I have wonderful Christmases, unlike Mars. Sorry, Mars. Sorry about that.
You don't just sit there like you're PMSing in front of the Hallmark Channel? Fucking pair of slippers and a hot toddy. And a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu. What a creep Mars is. He's a trained killer with a fucking heart of gold. A trained killer with a heart of gold.
No, I mean, I look at it this way. I mean, yeah, I work on my shit all the time, and I certainly can improve in some areas, but I look at it like this. Like, I've had more good years in my life than strange, bizarre, bad ones.
Right.
That's what you got to start telling yourself, Mars.
Okay.
When were you out of your parents' house?
Oh, 16.
What?
14, 16.
All right, and what? You're about 55 or so? How old are you?
I am 50 years old.
50. So you've had 35 good years.
Absolutely, no, I
So
agree.
blow off that 14 shitty years at this point.
I do, by making it better myself. Absolutely.
Okay. All right, good. Good for you, then.
Did you ever go to Disney?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
you
the
enjoyed
time.
it?
I loved it.
Oh, I should go once in my life.
You
But I
should.
don't go on rides. If I went on rides, I would go, but I'm just I get sick and I can't do it. I'm the worst. I really am I have no ability to have fun at a park.
Disney is a model for what life should be. It's almost like a utopia. I'm serious, man.
Oh,
Look how they scan fingerprints.
They only give the gays one day.
It's a wonderful place. I love it, man.
Disney is the model for the way life should be. Those were the last words he uttered before he opened fire on the Christmas party.
I think that was in Obama's speech last night. A few things about Disney I need to know. Do they keep the park open 24 hours a day?
No, but
That's stupid, because if everyone is waiting online an hour and a half, because not everyone's lucky enough to get the, what is it called? The Easy Pass?
Fast Pass.
Fast Pass. People can't afford that shit, so they should at least keep the park open 24 hours a day, and then that would cut down some of the lines for
Right.
people.
Well-
They own enough land down there, they should extend it and just have multiple versions of the ride available.
they started doing that.
Oh,
In
they
the-
have?
In the kids section, where we're kind of dabbling in, half in and half out of that, there were two of the Dumbo rides, which there used to be like such a long line for that, and so now for my youngest, you're on one of the two rides, so that was pretty smart.
Right.
They kick you out at like 7 o'clock at night, but if you have the right ticket package or whatever, you can stay till it's like 2 in the morning.
Oh, it goes that late?
I'm almost positive it goes that late. We bailed at like
'Cause you get
10:30.
tired.
Yeah, especially with we did it in one day, and then the next morning we were out at Disney and we made one other stop in Florida and came home.
Because that's the other thing. People tell me, "Oh, you're going to need at least 5 days in
Nope.
Disney." I tell my wife, if we go, it's going to be quick.
That was what I did. I mean,
It's going to be a quick weekend. I'm not lollygagging around Disney for 5 days. There's no fucking way. I'll go do something else. Yes.
That looks pretty. We're looking at Travis's. That
is
looks
cool.
pretty. Aunt would always talk about how amazing fucking to go drinking this place and that place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not my thing either. So what the
Right.
fuck do you do when you're there?
Well, look, that's
Like, if you
Hollywood
don't go on
Studios.
rides and you don't drink, what do you do?
I think it's a place for your young kids.
Could you go as an adult just by yourself?
I
And just,
did.
I mean, just hang.
Yeah.
I did as a 30-year-old. I don't really remember much about it. I feel like we just went through it just so we could say we did it. But I do remember you just feel good in general. But I also realized at the time this would be a great place to bring my kids someday. That's all I was thinking.
It's all when I was a kid and
I thought Space Mountain was extremely overrated.
Oh my god, dude! Space Mountain now is not the same ride that existed
It was still
when we
the
were
shitty
young.
version when I went.
When I was a kid, it scared the hell out of me. You look at it now, and it's not what it was. But when we were kids, and you would go to Disney, you never saw Mickey, and you couldn't really meet the characters, and that's how they kept you coming back. It was
Why, just to fucking find them?
yeah, because if you want your photo taken or whatever, like you'd see him.
What dicks?
So
They're already making a bloody fortune off every family that walks into that place.
well, that was when we were kids, but
Yeah.
now you can meet anybody you want. Like there's a map, and you can say you wait on this line, you'll meet Mickey. You wait on this line, you'll meet the
okay.
princesses. So they have that all figured out now.
Do the kids like that? I would just tell them it's a guy in a shitty, smelly suit. We're not waiting.
Well-
they keep track of everybody they've met, right?
You buy autograph
There's
books.
a book or something.
Yeah. And then the characters have to sign their names. And all the different people, all the different Winnie the Poohs have to sign exactly the same way. And they have to be able to see through that giant head to be able to see the kids' autograph books. And all the kids are like 2 feet tall, so they have to look down and be able to sign.
That's the other thing I do remember when I went. When these characters do come out eventually, they're treated like rock stars. They almost can't walk around.
Right.
They almost can't walk around at all. They just get completely mobbed, huh?
You could reserve breakfast with them.
We did. Or we had we had dinner in God, I can't remember the name of it, but it was Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Eeyore. All of them would walk around Crystal Palace.
I'd be so embarrassed sitting with those guys.
Yes. They walk around table to table to table. Photo. The kids. Everyone jumps up. Oh, and they have their photos taken. And they have their handler kind of like walking them around so they don't crash into the tables.
I want to see the behind the scenes stuff that people talk about. I want to see these guys as they're taking their fucking heads off for the day.
Oh, yeah.
And how miserable they actually are.
I'm fascinated by that. You never see a documentary about that. You don't see a lot of behind the scenes. I'd love to see it.
And I guess you sign your life away because you never hear an ex-employee,
right. Nope.
Talking about Disney and their experience.
Nope.
So wait, they'll just sit down. They don't eat with you, and they just talk to them. What do they say? They must have a shtick.
They can't talk.
So what your kids are just staring at them like?
They're like my youngest loves Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And more than Mickey, more than anybody else, and lost her mind when Pooh went table to table at dinner. And she ran up and hugged Pooh, and she was wearing a Winnie the Pooh shirt, and she sleeps with a Winnie the Pooh, and she told Winnie all of this, and Winnie the Pooh kind of shake his arms around like, oh, I'm so happy, but never said a word. And then I jump in, I'm like, all right, let me take the picture, because I know that the guy's not going to talk.
She loves Winnie the Pooh.
Loves Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, reminds her of
I know.
Somebody.
I know.
Her,
I knew what I was saying before I said it. I knew.
You do. You kind of do it to yourself.
I appreciate you guys holding back and sort of just giggling a little. And
I wasn't even. It's funny. You're right. That's a good. I was actually thinking the whole time you're talking. I'm thinking, Winnie the Pooh is a cunt. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I was thinking.
You want some honey?
No, I'm fine. Okay. I'm fine.
It's the raw stuff too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm good.
By the way, in this picture that Travis put up, it's Osbourne Lights at Hollywood Studios. And it's this beautiful old town, and it like city street, and it's got holiday lights in it. But they do the same thing that E-Rock did in the studio here. There's one small area. It's got a Jewish star, and it says Mr. Gold.
Register here.
Yeah. But it says Mr. Gold Pawnbrokers. The only representation,
Mr. Gold.
The Jew owns the pawn shop.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's awful. I thought it was really a great stereotype. Mr. Gold.
Yeah.
Well, we went on It's a Small World. That was the first and the last ride we went on because that was what the kids and the wife wanted to do.
Wait, you went twice?
At like 10:30 in the morning and then at like 10:30 at night.
And how long did you have to wait for that one?
We had the fast pass for both, so it was like 5 minutes for both.
Okay.
Fast pass saves you that much time. I'm fascinated with fast pass.
Yeah.
And do you just walk by people that can't afford the fast pass?
There's 2 lines.
And do those people look at you like they want to fucking kill you?
Sometimes, yeah.
What's the price difference?
I have no idea. You know what? That was sort of why I had to go away last week. It was all points we were about to lose, like miles and points with credit cards and with miles for airlines. So my wife said, so I was either just going to send them and I was going to work, or I had to go.
I don't know how many points I have with my American Express card. I've never checked.
Do you use it still for everything?
Everything. How many points could that possibly be? A ton.
And
do they go away?
American Express doesn't expire.
No, but I think it was our airline.
How do I find out right now?
You have to be able to log into your account. Okay. Here's why I stopped using Amex, because they would tie it with the airlines where you could use them for all airlines.
Yeah.
But then the airlines got smart and started releasing their own credit cards.
Yep.
So like, hey, you got a Citibank by United, or Americans got this one. So then those miles did expire. Your airline miles expired. So if you have 2 million miles, you probably can't use them for airlines, but you can use them other shit.
Right.
Like you get golf clubs or something?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know what to. I have no idea.
You can call like the American Express travel agency department, and they'll just book you your whole vacation. And it comes out of your points.
I'm talking at this point probably, I don't know, 12, 13 years of using the card and never checking the points.
Yeah,
that's got to be a couple of million.
Seriously,
a couple of million points. Do you use your credit card for everything?
I got 2, so back and forth. So
13. You said 13 years?
Probably somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's
early 2000s.
You guys are going to Hawaii, man, for nothing.
But wait, they'll fly you down on points?
Yeah. You call their travel agency, the American express travel agency, and they just using your points just start booking. I mean, my wife knows all about this.
See, I always thought the points for shit. Like when you like, hey, buy this, this windbreaker for 200,000 points.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do with that?
No, that's like camel cash. But I guess with the points now, it's express does it better.
I got to figure out how many points I got.
Yeah.
All right.
I just cash them in for fucking airline miles. That's all I use them for is upgrades. Mm-hmm. You buy coach and you upgrade to first for 30,000 miles, or you can go. I've gone first class to LA a bunch of times on miles.
Nice.
But I don't know how American Express works.
Yeah.
Oh, so we were on It's a Small World twice. And
I really didn't want to go back to that.
I just want to tell you this one thing because it's about the Jews. I just want to tell you it's about the Jews.
What, Mars?
So
too honest.
So you're in there, and it's like it's these large spaces of little animatronic children dancing.
I know what it is.
I know, but let me explain. And it's like, and they're in Africa, or they're in Australia, and then there's one tiny little sliver of a spot that's Israel. It was the smallest. It was the two kids dancing under a Jewish tent.
That's true, and everybody else worked for them. That was the beauty of it.
Well, if you know anything about Mr. Disney himself,
I know exactly right.
He'd probably be pissed off that they're giving him any space.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, Walt was not known to be the biggest fan of the Semites.
No,
Ixnay on the Jew.
Yeah, but the kids noticed that. My kids said, "How come Israel had the small?" And my kids aren't religious, but they said, "Why do they have the smallest space?" And it's a small world.
Yeah, and it's like no one wants to go over geopolitical. Because they killed the Lord. They're being punished for killing the Lord.
I went to Storybook Land this weekend.
Where's that?
Mars would have liked this place. It's outside AC. Got recognized a lot. People are fucking digging the radio show. I'll tell you that. Holy shit!
Some guy ran up to me, and I just got a haircut, and I'm in Florida. There's no reason anyone should have done it.
Yeah.
And the guy said he just saw Travis too.
Oh, I wish he was yelling Allahu Akbar.
I guess this Storybook Land was a soft target because, man, they had military outside this thing. They weren't fucking around with Storybook Land.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was all right. It's for little kids. They had Santa turning on the lights of the park at 5:30 at night that people were freaking out. My kid hated the little roller coaster that he went on, that mini roller coaster. It was really crowded, though.
Was it safe, or was it one of those
It was rickety. I'm sitting there like, let's get this over with. It was one of those rickety ones where a bolt could easily pop and everyone goes flying into trees and stuff.
I don't like the name. Above Storybook Land, the sign says 60 years of family fun.
Yeah.
I hate when things say family fun, even though it's probably good if you have a family. But for a lonely computer, for a dick tugger on the computer, you never want to see family fun.
Look, it's certainly one of those things you do for your kids, period.
Did they have fun? They loved it?
I mean, they're in the wheelhouse, 5 and 3, and there's other cousins that are around the same age. And they have one garage with really old cars. That was kind of cool to check out.
Wow.
That was pretty much the only thing that was cool for adults to check out. Everything else was definitely geared toward the little ones.
With their costumes.
Although they had some light show with festive music, with the woods lighting up with all sorts of stuff. A castle and I don't know, whatever.
Was it all festive? Like, was it all Christmas themed, or was it just cute character?
Yeah. No, it's the Three Little Pigs. It's Storybook Land. Think of the stories growing up.
Right.
Three Little Pigs and the rest of them.
So really, it's anything in the public domain that they don't have to pay for, right?
That's exactly what it is. They played the fucking the standards over the loudspeaker. It's all like Sinatra from the 40s. Happy birthday! Now they can play. Thank God.
Making memories since 1955. Storybook Land.
You know what was on yesterday? A Christmas, A Miracle on 34th Street. Speaking of stuff from the 40s. And I was looking at it, and the acting drives me nuts. I can't watch that old stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm watching who recommended that to us recently to watch A Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Probably
A Miracle on 34th Street.
Probably Mars.
No. It was
it Colin?
Oh, someone actually. Oh, yeah.
They're like, watch Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, I forgot. One of our guests.
Someone just mentioned it.
It was on, and I watched part of it. I'm just looking at Central Park West in the 40s. It was kind of cool to see that, but it's just...
The acting's rough.
Oh, man. I saw the color. That's exactly the scene I saw, too. Where they're talking, the guy and the girl are talking, and there's the balloon coming behind them.
Yeah.
But I saw the colorized version.
Oh, wow. You know what? I got to check this dumb thing out. Especially because, I live in New York. I love seeing these old movies and how New York used to look.
This is the same version or is it a different version?
Is that Central Park South behind them?
Oh, this is 1955. This is a different version. Okay, yeah. I thought that guy was different. I saw the 1947 version.
That looks like live.
Yeah, it's Central Park.
Oh, wow. But what street was behind him?
It's Central Park West.
Oh, that was West, like you said? Okay.
Right, with a
It looks more like now we're just being technical. It looked more like Central Park South, but I don't know. Less trees in Central Park. That's kind of weird to see, right?
A lot of things back then.
Buildings and
I like if you watch The Odd Couple, which is not that long ago. New York City looks completely different there. It looks really dirty.
Very dirty.
It really the cars, the buses.
Yeah, just the soot just pouring out of the buses and the cabs and the rest of the vehicles.
Yeah,
I don't know why
just making everything fucking gray and muddy looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do I still like seeing places that I recognize? Like I still, after all these years, will see something. Go 72nd Street. I know where that is. Who fucking cares?
I get excited about that too.
Silly though.
Yeah.
I think you'd get used to it.
True. Then I just laid around yesterday watching football. It was a good weekend for football. Did Dallas play?
Well, got me.
They play tonight.
Oh, they play tonight. Okay.
Good luck, boys. Big fan.
Jets actually have a shot at the playoffs now. They're in a playoff spot, I believe, as we sit here today.
I was Jerry Jet on the way home because I fucking can't stand the Giants. And even though I forgot, I did a benefit for one of those guys for their charity last week with Artie and Stuttering John and Earth. Did I talk about that or no?
No.
And I forget who the Rashad Jennings.
Yeah. Okay.
Has a charity to help. Whatever. They were all really nice guys, but I'm very much rooting for the Jets to win yesterday, and it was great.
Yeah,
what a great fucking win.
They came back. It was a really, really good game. Really fun to watch. And they're now 7-5. They're in a playoff spot right now. They just got to continue winning. Right?
Yeah.
I'm right about that, no?
You are right about that.
Yeah. And then the Pats. And then I started driving home from Philly as the Pats were making that ridiculous comeback. They looked shitty most of the game, and then holy crap, then they turned it on. They recovered an onside kick and scored again. And then the Eagles, all they have to do is pretty much do a bunch of running plays and get a first down, and the guy fucking fumbles, and then the Patriots have an actual chance to tie the game.
Yep.
After everyone was pretty much turning off that game going, this is over. They came down, they were down 3 touchdowns with how many minutes? 8 minutes, I think? Wasn't that the case, Erik?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see the end of the game.
I was just listening to it on the radio as I was driving back to New York going, holy fuck, what a comeback.
Yeah, all I know is that, Brady's out of weapons. He's doing everything he can, but there's no guys around him.
That wasn't a surprise because everyone's like, oh my God, this is the biggest upset of the year. The Patriots are fucking hurt right now. They got some key injuries on their team.
Who won?
Sorry. Yeah, in the end, the Eagles did hold them off.
So they've lost 2 in a row?
Yeah, for the first time since, I think, 2003 or something like that. The Patriots do not lose 2 in a row, obviously. 2003, is that? Something
first
like that.
Back-to-back regular season losses in 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I heard something different. I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
What were we going to say?
No, I was going to say that I'm not a Patriots fan, so I love the fact that they're having trouble.
Me too.
It's too bad because I don't know. They got to get. Some of these guys,
they'll be fine.
Some of these guys aren't going to be healthy for the playoffs still. So Brady's going to have to fucking figure it out.
They're still 10-2 though.
I know, but they're not really a 10-2 team. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I do, but I think the Jets are good, but they're never going to go on a run where they're going to make it all the way.
The Bengals are 10-2. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I should watch more football. I'm too busy exercising.
And how did Cam Newton do yesterday?
By the way, I almost said to the Jaguars still undefeated. Thank God that didn't fly out of my stupid mouth. Thank God I didn't say that.
Panthers are 12
That's what I meant.
Oh.
I meant to say that for the Jaguars.
They had to come back in the last minute to win that game.
I heard.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Did you see that Cam Newton bomb? It looked like he threw it from his hip or something.
Yeah.
Fuck. He's ridiculous. He is. Is he the best quarterback you think in the league right now?
Romo or him? They pulled all defenses.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about him for MVP. When the Patriots, before this 2-game losing streak, they were saying Brady or Cam.
Yeah, Brady's having a great year as well, but Cam Newton is something special, my God. And did my Golden State Warriors win?
They did.
Are you following this?
Well, they're undefeated, I guess, right?
They're 22-0. I mean, people should really start following this. This doesn't happen often.
I had a radio appearance. I was going to do an afternoon appearance out in San Francisco.
Yeah,
but they were doing something, I think, with the Warriors,
right,
or something related to it. So they can't. I was like,
oh yeah, you were in Warriors country out there.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I had no idea.
Golden State is 22-0. That's crazy.
They'll lose.
They'll lose eventually, but that's crazy in basketball to start 22-0. The best record ever was the Bulls. What year was that? 90? I want to say mid-90s somewhere.
I think it was 94.
All right, with Michael Jordan, they went 72-10 for the year. Yeah. So,
95-96.
95-96. They went 72-10, and the Warriors are 22-0. That's crazy. What's the next best record? 17-4, something like that.
I just want to see this really fast. 17 wins. Yeah,
17-4, and then it's a big drop off after that. They're way the fuck ahead of everybody else. So
I haven't watched.
I'm watching that. I'm trying to watch as many of the Golden State Warriors games as possible, and they're starting to put them on TV more and more. Yeah, and then the 76ers are 1-20. Their only win coming against Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, right?
Yep.
Fuck. That's brutal.
Yeah, the Lakers are having a tough year, I think.
Yeah.
The boys are having a tough year.
Well, but Kobe made it, an important year. Who's not going to see the Lakers and, Kobe for the last
time through? Yeah, it's smart.
It was smart. But, I was talking about the craft breweries earlier because I did Erik's Beer Show Friday. Mm-hmm. And right on Fox, they said that there's now 4,144 craft breweries now. It's the most ever.
How many?
4,144.
Which means that they're just making this shit.
Yeah.
They're going to keep making it until people get sick of it.
Or someone gets poisoned or something, and then they're going to have to regulate or something. Yeah. I don't know. Because people are pretty much starting their own breweries in their basements and their garages and in warehouses but a lot of them, are becoming pretty successful.
Just adding stuff to it and trying to make that one flavor that catches on and everybody enjoys.
Exactly. Right. There's a hint of ground coffee in this one. You can taste the wine barrel that we brewed it in, right, or the bourbon barrels, or the scary part. I know my limit, but with these new beers, you have no idea the alcohol content in them. So if you have old school 3 beers, let's say, that, at dinner, that's nothing. They really, especially if you got an hour to kill before maybe you drive or do whatever the fuck you're going to do, you could handle that. But if you have 3 of these new beers, some of the alcohol content in them are 8-9%.
Yeah, or higher.
Higher.
Some are over 10.
And they catch up on you. So if you're an older guy and you're thinking, I'm just having 3 beers, the new craft beers will get you fucked up. 3 of those will really get you fucked up.
I just never want to hear people waxing poetic about how wonderful their new beer is. Just, it's a hint of chicory.
Well, you should have been here Friday.
It's a hint of chicory. But yet we meant for that to be, the chicory is shining through. Ugh.
Do you taste the chocolate? We didn't want to use too much chocolate in our
wise
beer.
Decision. It's just a hint. Perfect amount of chocolate.
We didn't want it too sweet, but we definitely want you to taste the chocolate in our brew. I'm not making fun of those guys. I saw a lot of passion in their eyes, and some of these small breweries that Erik had in, they're doing very well for themselves. But I was tasting the stuff, going, I don't know, what am I? I don't know.
Was there anything that blew you away where you're like, wow, this guy figured something out?
Not really.
So it all just tasted the same?
Not the same, but I mean, I know I don't like sour beer, which is a big deal, supposedly. Have you had sour beer?
I don't know what that is. You've had grapefruit beer. Is that not sour beer?
No, grapefruit beer is okay. Sour beer is no.
I don't know what that is.
It makes your whole fucking mouth pucker, and it's not enjoyable. I don't think.
What about just having beer, but right or wrong? Have a Pabst.
I love Pabst.
Yeah, exactly. You go down there, you get a Schlitz, you relax, take your lunch hour, you have a bologna sandwich, you shut up.
Bologna sandwich and a hard roll.
Actually, I like the
Kaiser roll.
I'm a big fan of the really cheap, awful beers over like just the basics. Like I would never just order a Budweiser or a Coors or any of that shit. I would rather not have a beer. You know, I do like a little taste of my beer. I always liked those ambers growing up. Mm-hmm. There was one called Watney's, I remember, that me and my brothers used to drink. I'm trying to remember some of the others, but like just getting a Michelob or something, Miller Lite or no, thank you.
I stopped being interested in beer when the commercials stopped being good. Those old what were they fucking
Miller Lite?
Light beer from Miller.
Light beer from Miller had the best beer commercials ever. They made you want to drink it.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, they just made it seem like a fun beverage, and now they've taken. There's no real humor. They try to be funny in beer commercials, but it's always cutesy and like the sassy girl. She's the one with the beer. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know, when I go down to Philly, you know, they're hardworking people down there that enjoy a brew or two.
They're alcoholics. Yeah, no, I understand that.
And I show up in my in-laws, and you know, everyone's favorite beer is there in the downstairs fridge, and then my father-in-law always has to go, I got you some of that grapefruit beer you like. And I'm like, could you keep that on the fucking QT and maybe pour it in a beer mug so no one knows, because everyone else is drinking real beer, whether it's Miller Lite or just something that's just a man's brew in their hand.
You're sipping something because you enjoy a good flavor. They're looking for effect only.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, drink to just drink. That's never. Well, I shouldn't say never. It hasn't been my thing in many years, I should say. You know, after like the college years and all that. Yeah, I drank to drink. I drank just to drink. Yeah, I drank just to drink. Yeah, there you go. But then somewhere around 30, then it was like, no. I mean, I'll still have a cocktail or two, but it's got to be something tasty and something, you know, whatever.
If it wasn't for the vomiting, I probably wouldn't have stopped so young. But it was the vomiting every night. I couldn't do it anymore. I used to have fingers down the throat vomit every night.
Really?
Why? Because the bed spins?
I just hated it. I like being fucking the drunk feeling, but I didn't like that feeling of being like lightheaded, like I was dizzy. Because I still get like very bad motion sickness. My equilibrium is a little fucked up, I think. So that, to me, was the worst part of it. Worse than anything.
But to have awareness at 17.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at 17, we were all puking our faces off.
Right.
All over the place.
That was very
I remember getting the bed spins in my parents' house and just waking up in the middle of the night because I'm just puking everywhere, you know, and surprising myself. I'm like, what the hell? I'm waking up and puking and just all over the fucking place.
Yeah, I hate vomiting. We all hate it, but I truly hate it. And I would do it every night. And I'm like, I just can't do it
anymore.
And
at 17, you realize that was enough. For us, we knew it was just part of the game. It was just part of the thing. You get really fucking wasted. You have a shitty day, and then you get right back at it, you know?
Yeah, the hangovers and...
No, I don't miss any of that. But as a kid or someone in your early 20s, you just knew it was just part of, I don't know, growing up or whatever. You had to go through that shit. Let's go to Craig in New Hampshire. Craig.
It's Craig, Opie. What's going on? Hey, Opie, it's law across the land. The alcohol by volume, ABV, is printed on every bottle and can. I agree that a lot of the beverages out there these days are like at 8%, and more than two of those things, and look out. And another thing, Opie, you're never going to get poisoned by a craft brewery. I mean, just because it's a small craft brewery doesn't mean that it's being regulated.
That was a joke.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
No, I swear to God, maybe not the greatest joke.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, Craig, Jesus Christ. Just take the fucking hit. It wasn't a fucking joke.
I'm just... Jesus, sir, you're getting very angry. Relax. But this guy turned very quickly.
And then he hangs up. It is a joke because I was hanging with brewmasters and they told me that exact thing.
I got so mad so quickly.
Whatever.
Just take the hit. Buffalo Bill had a longer fuse than Silence of the Lambs. That guy got very hot under the collar. Man, I fucking just grabbed him and, you know, he knocked my papers all over the floor.
I honestly didn't believe people could actually get poisoned by it, but I guess my point was that maybe something will happen that will.
Oh, just take the hit.
Take the hit. That should be advice to every wife, by the way.
Oh my God, I'll take the hit.
Sorry, maybe that's not a popular opinion.
I'll take the hit, buddy.
I looked it up, by the way, and you can
get poisoned?
Yeah, you can get poisoned.
All right, so then I meant that you could get poisoned.
Speaking of poisoning,
honestly, I didn't know. I'll tell you this much to the guy in New Hampshire. I didn't know that it was really regulated. I guess it's strictly regulated. I don't know.
Maybe he'll call back.
Yeah, call back. Let's work this out, buddy. Jesus. Relax.
I went to a restaurant last night where you cook your own food.
Yeah.
And
Really?
Yeah. And
That's called home. What's wrong with you? What the fuck are you doing?
It's a Japanese restaurant.
We were just talking about this in Philly. My brother-in-law went recently too, and I'm looking. Go ahead, sorry, but I'm looking at him like, why the fuck would you cook your own food?
Oh,
let them do it.
It's kind of fun. My wife and I brought our daughter and her friend to a restaurant after we saw it.
Great. What did you do at the end? You go to a hooker where you have to just jerk yourself off?
Yes.
That's a terrible idea.
But my question is that how long until you know you're in the clear and have not been food poisoned? I'm seriously...
That's exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Because they give you stuff that you really got to make sure you cook well.
It's chicken, it's steak, it's scallops.
Steak doesn't matter as much as chicken.
But
chicken, you got to make sure that is cooked all the way through.
You're cross-contaminating, though. They put a lot on you. And I don't understand how those places can stay open.
What is it, the big hot stone that's like red hot they bring out, and then you throw your like pieces of meat on it?
The place we went to is a Japanese place near Times Square, and there's a circular pit in each table.
Okay.
And they just keep kind of replacing the grill. So you can flip a switch and then heat comes out of this circle. And you just cook it right in front of you.
I went with Erik and his wife for one of their birthdays to a fondue place. Ugh, that I'll never do again. Where everyone's just dipping their shit in the same fondue. Like, I forget, you get chocolate and all sorts of other dipping sauces or whatever, and everyone's just like, oh, this doesn't seem too fucking clean.
I don't fuck with fondue.
And you're talking And I'll shit anywhere, but when it comes to my fondue, no thank you. Me and my wife, maybe. Me and one friend, maybe, but not a whole group just like dipping their shit in everything.
Yeah, people you know is different than a bunch of strangers. Just a bunch of fucking Cracker Barrel eating strangers dipping their fucking dirty hands in your fondue. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny just grabbed my dick. Fucking 47. That was the joke I went with. Kenny grabbed my dick.
I'm 46. And I laughed like a fool at that. Nothing?
No, I didn't. I'm just actually surprised you. I think you're older than me.
Oh, wow.
I think we're ready for a break if our food is here. Right?
Yeah.
Is food here?
Yes.
Oh. Ooh.
Let's see. We got Sharon Osbourne coming in today, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Nice.
Where's Pete? I thought Pete was coming in, too.
He's supposed to be in at 8.
Oh, okay.
Pete Davidson, does he have another little break from SNL?
I'm not totally sure.
It'll be good to see him. All right, what else we got?
I hope he's okay.
I do, too.
Dealing with this breakup.
We've all been there, man.
I
was trying to, because I was texting him like everybody else, and I was just trying to tell him, one day you'll wake up and realize that, it doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
You're too young. You're too young to be, this deep into the love thing.
See, that's where I went wrong. I texted him and I said, she's the only one. No one else should have her, Pete.
And Paul just whispered in my ear that Pete is sick with the flu.
Oh, so he's not coming?
So no Pete Davidson today. Let's see. It's not 100% regulated. My beer people are checking in now.
Your beer people.
What the government knows, what is being made is regulated. So many places try making their own and passing it along as something else.
Take the hit.
Not to get caught. It is illegal to sell without government approval, but bars do it anyway. Fuck New Hampshire. He's a douche. All right. The other thing is, he says the alcohol is on every bottle, but the problem is, in my case, I get it through the tap, so I don't know.
Right.
I should, but I got to be smart and just ask, what's the alcohol content of this?
Usually, if you go to a place that has a ton of craft beers, they'll give you the menu and it says 5% alcohol by volume, but it's up to 12% or higher.
Well, this is how stupid I am. I didn't even realize until recently that the alcohol content could even be higher than the traditional brews that we've had.
Yes.
I thought it was within range of 0.5%. It was pretty much 4 or 5. It's 4 or 5 usually, right?
It's usually about 5, yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking anywhere from 4 to 6 maybe. I had no idea it was going up to 8, 9, sometimes 10.
I remember Carlsberg malt liquor was a name when I was a teenager that we heard that had a very high alcohol content. I never drank it, but I just remember that name. That's the end of my contribution to the story. That's all I remember is Carlsberg liquor.
Carlsberg?
Was it 5% above?
Let's see.
Or no? Am I wrong?
It is. They're saying 5%.
Okay, I don't know.
But it may be a variety of.
Yeah, they might have had a special
elephant malt liquor.
They might have had a special version, though, when you were growing up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just remember that. Maybe I listened to it. Somebody probably said something once, and I took it as fact. I've been repeating it for 30 years, and it's wrong.
It's kind of like what we all do, right?
Yeah, you just fucking realize, like, I never checked that. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
Words are coming out. So I guess when we come back, we should talk about this lovely couple. Boy, what a lovely couple.
Which one?
In San Bernardino. The married couple. What a lovely couple. Lovely folks.
It's unbelievable. And you leave a 6-month-old behind?
Yeah, they went and dropped her off the...
Whose house? Where's that kid?
The grandparents.
And what chance does that kid have?
Probably a better one now that they're dead.
You think?
A better one now that they are dead. It was more the mother. I think the mother was the major cunt in this, and the father was just kind of got sucked in. And
I think they're calling her the honeypot or something. It was mostly her.
Yeah.
And sucked him in, like Jimmy just said.
Yeah.
She was radicalized first.
And then they just dropped where did they drop the kid off? Sorry.
Grandparents, I think.
Grandparents, okay. And then went and just decided, oh, God, this world just stinks.
And Linda Stacy, I only read part of the article. She's just the worst. Did an article. She now works for the Daily News about how one of the victims was a bigot. Like I'm guessing she's thinking of this. Was he what they call a Messianic Jew or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
And I guess he was probably one of those pro-Israel guys who was unreasonable, which those guys do exist.
Yeah.
But the fact that you care about the ideology of one of the people murdered at this Christmas party, it's like, what a fucking twat.
Yeah, of course.
Who cares?
Yeah, that was just one of the many victims.
Yeah, he's just one guy, and unless he's out actually shooting people, I'm not interested in what his beliefs are when he's murdered.
Why? Right. Yeah, why is she focusing on him? And how do you feel about the media going through the apartment? That was weird.
I missed a lot of that because I was away. I know that one of the guys it's typical media, like, don't preserve the evidence. How did the cops get what they needed?
Oh, no, the FBI
they searched everything.
Yeah, the FBI was through there first.
Yeah, but still, the
landlord decided.
The landlord opened up, like, the blue tape or whatever, the yellow tape on the doors, and opened up the door, the apartment to the media.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't blame them. I would do it if I was them too. If the guy lets you in, you have to do it.
I believe somebody paid the landlord.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Huh. It's like $1,000 or something.
So the whole thing is a mess. Like, that should never have happened. I got into an argument about this whole thing the other day. So it's like, is it terrorism? Is it not terrorism? Is it somebody?
Of course, it's terrorism.
But I mean, was it a sleeper someone sent and then told to go do this, or was it someone who got pissed off because of this holiday party? And then if that was the case, then why were they hoarding the weapons anyway? You know what I mean? It's like,
whoever said it was the person you were arguing with trying to convince you it was more workplace violence than religious based.
It was more like like the Joker who shot up the movie theater, as opposed to ISIS sent someone here, had him be like a sleeper agent, and then finally activated them and told them to go on a rampage.
Self-radicalized, really.
Right.
That's all that's about. She took it upon herself. Went, oh, this is what I want to, be, and this is what I want to do. And then they picked the workplace because they were familiar with that. It was more of a guarantee.
And there's also people that you want to target. That's probably the guys you didn't like there that you wanted to go after.
But they also knew it was a guarantee. They knew the ins and outs of the place.
How'd they get caught? Everybody knew it was them, and they just got fucking...
I don't know, actually.
Jimmy, I try to be prepared for this radio show, but I've been turning off more and more of that shit lately.
Yeah. I don't know much about this one either. As soon as you heard the name, you knew exactly why they did it. There was no mystery to it.
So I just know broad strokes in the story. I don't even know how they got caught, because it's just like, here we go again. It's getting more and more depressing to turn on that fucking TV and see that headline. There's an active shooter here. Right. There's an active shooter there.
Two in the same day. There was one earlier, and then later it was the same. It was a what was the first one, Eric?
In North Carolina, was that? Were we on the air for that still?
Oh, right. I think that was it.
I think.
But then San Bernardino was bigger.
And it's amazing when you tweet something. I tweeted something about this. This is why people are so hateable. I tweeted something like, we tell everyone else how to live, but we can't control our own gun violence. We're an embarrassing country. Because we are. We're an embarrassing country. Not saying anything about even whether it's the liberals or the conservatives or the gun people, and people still line up on either side. Well, we're going to take our gun. What are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm just saying that we as a nation, regardless of what side you're on, can't control it. We're an embarrassing fucking nation who tells everyone what to do and can't keep our own house clean.
We can't figure it out as a great nation where it would, make sense for, a lot of people on both sides, by the way. But as soon as you do tweet something like that, they just assume immediately that you want to take all their guns away.
Yeah, I wasn't even mentioning.
We can't even get the two sides to sit at a fucking table and have a logical, adult discussion about it.
I've refrained from attacking the NRA on this whole thing where they voted against the people on the terrorist watch list can't get a gun thing, only because sometimes the way the press will put something forth isn't exactly what and the NRA may have tried to block that because they're afraid people would be put on a terrorist watch list just to keep them from getting guns. Like, I don't know if that's their argument, so I didn't bash them. But I didn't say anything about people who own guns. I didn't say anything about that. So you knee-jerk people, just fucking stop being that. Excuse me for the harsh talk.
We can't even acknowledge as a nation that we have a gun problem in this country when it's completely obvious to the rest of the world that whatever it is, we have a fucking gun problem in this country. How to solve that? I'll say it again. I have no fucking idea. None. Let's say hi to James in North Carolina. Go ahead, James.
Yeah, in light of this whole discussion, I'd like to say two things. One, I think that the president has become a liability to the American people because all of the departments, Homeland Security, FBI, everybody, vetted this woman. She came in and did this, and so thereby the president and all the government has completely failed the American people. True, gun control is completely out of the window because what Obama is going to do is the way the Democrat progressive liberals can get gun control is by putting people on the terror watch list. I know everybody would normally say that would be terrorists or terror suspects, but anybody can be put on the no-fly list and therefore makes them subject to not being able to get a gun.
I understand. And that's why I figured the NRA was trying to block it for that reason. They didn't want it to be used as a weapon against them. But look, everyone bashing Obama, this is not an Obama problem, the shooting thing. Because again, we're letting people into the country because Obama was not president when the 19 hijackers got in, even though some of them were on a watch list. Okay, that wasn't Obama. That was a totally different administration. It's a totally different, a set of people that are in right now. So it's not just Obama's fault.
Right. But one thing to say, lessons to be learned. We made mistakes in that first attack, and George Bush opened up all the government agencies to do the job of watching out for all the terror suspects and all that. And instead of looking outwards, they should be looking inwards as well, because we've got how many mosques in this country? Start looking at those. I mean, they're already here. We know that. So,
well, if they're already here, why isn't this happening more?
Because
we've had a lot of mosques for a very long time now.
It's happened a couple of times. It's happened with this couple. It happened with what's his name, Major Hassan. The Fort Hood shooting was a religious shooting, but there haven't been a tremendous amount.
There are sleeper cells everywhere. The FBI has confirmed that there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 or more.
Well, why are they still sleeping? Hopefully they'll stay fucking sleeping.
Yeah, Skipper, I don't know. I think
fucking sleeper cell. How do you make calls on it? Go ahead, your turn, you piece of garbage.
Maybe their alarm clocks weren't set properly.
They overslept.
They've overslept.
What are they all tucking out and shiznit?
No, but I did find out myself that here in North Carolina, the Muslim or Islamic Foundation had bought a old rundown motel in the town next to where I live, and there's 135 rooms that are vacant for there. They said they were going to use that to house the homeless and all that. And if you approach them and say, "Look, I've got people I know that are homeless for you, take them in," they won't do it unless they're of Muslim faith or they're Middle Eastern. So
the terrorist watch list, by the way, they pull information from numerous people, and I think that the no-fly list subset included about 16,000 names, and only 500 were Americans. So I think that once, if this is what the NRA was fighting, and again, I'm saying a big if, because I don't know exactly what their point was, but if this is why the Republicans are blocking it, because they think it will be used to stop regular people from getting guns for their homes, I think that that's bullshit and it's a cop-out, and I don't think that that's because they're using the same argument that people were using about the Patriot Act. Well, and the conservatives love the Patriot Act. Well, it's going to be used to, the liberals were saying it's going to be used to target Americans all over the place. And the conservatives are like, no, it's for this. And now the liberals are going, well, no, it's just going to stop people from getting guns. And the terrorists are going, well, it's going to be, the conservatives are going to be used to target America. They're all full of shit.
It's exhausting.
God, what a bunch of cunts.
Here's a quick question on the no-fly list.
Okie dokie. I'll have an answer for you, sir.
Would that be the no-fly list for international travel, or would that be the no-fly list for domestic travel?
Well, sir, you raised a very good question, and a more prepared host may have had an answer for you. But I will give it to Opie. Ope, you have the answer for this one.
Well, I would say yes.
Yes.
All right,
right. Correct.
Thank you for the call.
Okay.
Oh, who's on the list?
Thank you, James, for your call, for real.
I really don't know the answer to that, buddy.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not going to sit here and front.
Foreign and American combined now hover around 700,000. I guess Marco Rubio, cited that. I'm literally on the screen. There's a piece of an article, and that's where I got it from. So full of shit I am at the screen. A piece of an article and said it.
Maybe the phones will educate us. We can take more phone calls after the break, because I really don't. I don't know.
I have a question for you. I can save it for after the.
Oh, what a tease! Who's leaving now?
What's the subject?
The New York Times front page editorial
about Trump.
No, about this, where they put their editorial on the front page, which is usually where the biggest story goes, and they said that they feel that all guns should be confiscated.
The Times said that? Oh, it's an editorial. I mean,
but putting it on the front page is this the second? What is it? The
first
second
time since 1920?
Second time in the history of the paper where they put an editorial on the front page. So that's something to think about. We can talk about that after.
Did they really write an editorial on the front page where they think all guns should be confiscated?
Yeah, they sort of have had enough of all of this, and
well, see, that's ridiculous.
And they suggest the answer is confiscating guns, which is fine. Like, people can have that opinion.
I don't believe they want all guns confiscated. I think it's time to just kind of sort all of this out.
Right, but as far as the media goes, where you're supposed to be completely impartial and just reporting on the news, the fact that the New York Times put the editorial on the front page is what I'm questioning. I'm not questioning their opinion. It's just the way they presented it.
What is it going to take to, finally realize that it's time to sort this out?
Well, I'm not arguing that. Especially as a parent.
As soon as you say that, I could hear them.
But I don't know
as they're in their cars right now. You're not taking my fucking gun.
But I'm not
saying that.
And I'm not saying that either. I just want a world where my family's safe, and I have no idea how to solve any of this.
Bracelets. Disney bracelets.
The Disney bracelets.
That's the solution. Well, bringing it right back to that. That's the solution. I don't know what the answer is. I just don't. Period. Don't know. Have no idea. Want to take a break and eat?
Yeah.
We could talk about this more.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting. I don't know the answer either, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would you like less guns in America?
Of course.
Stricter gun laws?
Yes. Absolutely. And I know enforcing the ones that already exist, I also would like that. The ones that exist, I would like to be enforced properly. But I've also had enough of it. I have a tremendous dislike of the NRA. Because I find them to be no better than any other special interest group. That's what they are. Right. They're a fucking special interest group, and they're obsessed with their agenda like every other fucking special interest group.
They got the politicians by the balls.
Oh, they certainly do, and they're fucking terrible, too.
They got a lot of fucking power. And then the politicians, when all these shootings happen, they just pray they're not called on, I think. They're like, please go to somebody else. I don't want to deal with this shit. Because it's a no-win situation for those guys, it seems, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, we could continue with this and get into some other things. Do we have any clips from Obama's speech last night?
Yeah, we got a couple of them.
Yeah? He's just trying to get everyone confident again in this country?
I don't think there was anything revolutionary last night.
Really? Did you check out Twitter?
Well, everybody thinks that Obama's going for their guns and that he's laying the groundwork for it. But I mean, all he's doing is coming forward and saying,
you don't have to worry about Obama taking your guns because Obama will be out of office. There's no way he's going to be able to accomplish any of this.
He's not taking your guns.
No.
If you sat him down and there were no cameras around, he would absolutely like to take your guns. Yes, but guess what? It's not going to happen in his time in office. There's just not. I mean, he's sick of all these mass shootings.
Right.
And he would love to see some drastic legislation, and it's not going to happen in his time. So you can relax. It just isn't. He doesn't have enough time left. All right. Jimmy has started eating, so
I'm starving
here, and we'll continue to stay right where you are. Sharon Osbourne stopping by just to say hi.
Yeah, she's
she wrote you, right, and said, "Can I come by and say hi?"
Well, I had written her about. I wrote her because I was in a store that she happens to like, and I was in the store and I was with a friend, and I kind of got obsessed with the scents in the store, like a real creep. So I just wrote her an email last week. And I'd forgotten that I had written it, and she wrote back. And then she said, by the way, I'm going to be in New York. Do you mind if I... I was like, yeah, come on.
Oh, my God, of course.
Yeah, it was just a little surprise. Ooh. But I really am turning into an old queer with my scent choices. I'm a smell obsessed guy, as everybody knows. I love farting. I love armpit odor on a girl. I also love pleasant scents. I love candles.
Right.
I'm the worst. And I go into this one store, and I can't get into a new brand of fucking scent. I like candles. I'm a lonely old fucking queen. I like candles. What the fuck's wrong with me?
I used to like scented candles until I realized it's hard to smell the scented candles. You know what I mean? You buy like a good vanilla or whatever, and you light it up all excited, and I don't smell enough vanilla.
You don't?
No, maybe my nose is shitty.
No, it might be it, but I'm going to get you for Christmas a nice, not a vanilla scented. That's very Yankee Candle white trashish. I'm going to get you a very good candle.
Ooh.
That's going to be your Christmas.
Yay!
A very good candle.
I used to love Yankee Candle, especially when I was up there in Massachusetts.
I gave Bob Kelly a candle for Christmas a couple years ago, or for I brought it over when I was, but I don't think they ever used it.
Oh, I love lighting up the candles. I like scents, too. I'm getting more girly scents, I think.
I like that.
Lavenders and shit.
Yeah, nice smell just to relax me while I'm at home.
Yeah, I got an orange that I dab on my pillow at night.
Do you?
These orange scents. So it's very citrusy as you're falling asleep. It's
nice. I like to trash it for that, but that's kind of nice.
It is nice.
It's kind of delightful.
Sometimes I put it on my collar so I can smell a little orange. What else do I got? I got lavender. I'm trying to remember a few others.
Poor Bobby, his dog died.
Kelby.
It really bummed me out.
That's the dog you liked a lot, right?
I love both of them, but Kelby was the one who I had like a really nice bond with. And, since we lived on 43rd Street together, I'd go down into Bob's basement. This is where we were off the radio. And I'd be sitting down there, and fucking Kelby would just jump up and, would sit on me and just lick my face. And, it was such an awesome dog.
15 years. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was really sad. I got very bummed when I read his text. But a part of me was relieved because the way the text read, I'll read it to you if I can find it. I was on the plane getting ready to come home yesterday. Where is this fucking text? I should have probably had this prepared.
It's,
And you know how a text, the iPhone will only give you, like, sometimes you can only read the last line until you open it.
Yeah.
The line was, I know you loved him and he loved you. And I'm like, who the fuck died?
Oh, no.
So I'm thinking one of my Colin or somebody.
You went right for Colin?
But I didn't know.
Poor Colin.
I didn't know who it was. I just saw that and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he told me, hey, that Kelby passed away.
So in a weird way, you were relieved.
Yeah, because I saw that last line first and I'm like, who fucking died?
Right.
I was like, I didn't want to read this text before I took off on a plane. And he was just old, man. He just died. He just went to sleep and didn't wake up. The dog went out pretty good. It wasn't like a long, drawn-out shit, but...
And he was sick, right?
Yeah, he had cancer. But it's fucking awful. Like, I forgot how much it sucks when an animal dies. It's not even my dog, and I was upset about it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have pets. I can't handle the death of another thing. I just can't have it.
Get pets when you get older, and then you both die at the same time.
Yeah, you want to go out first.
Right.
I'm going to get a kitten when I'm 80.
I think, I think if you live a healthy, longer life, you should start getting pets at like 60, 65. So then, you both tap it out about the same time.
Can we put something else on the computer screen? I'm just looking at this lovely dog. I don't want to just look at this.
Yeah, Jimmy really liked Kelby. I would not do that. I'm kind of interested in the video of those guys going through the apartment. I thought it was kind of weird. I saw a bunch of these, and the guy saw a calendar on the wall, and he's like, "Oh, they got a calendar." I'm like, why wouldn't they have a calendar on the wall?
Look, it's Far Side. It's Far Side.
And then they're dramatically going, "Let's see if anything is written on the calendar or any dates are circled." Oh, well, no, nothing here. Wait, let's go to the next one. Oh, no, okay, nothing. Just a basic calendar.
Yeah. Look, Paris, if there's 12 months here, I would assume January. But yes, January being for. They don't want to go through probably unrehearsed. That's probably an embarrassing exercise.
See, I think they're vultures, but then I'm like, yeah, but I want to see this.
Yeah,
I know.
And we're all like that. You're like, wow, how can you fucking do that? All right, wait, I'm going to watch this for a little while.
I know.
There's something about the fact that there were so many news crews doing it at the same time, which was really creepy.
And they were pushing each other and getting in each other's shots.
He just opened it up for anybody?
The landlord it was
hilarious.
This is something you don't see every day. He just came up to the front door. And why did he open? He just said, fuck it, I'll let you in.
He came out, and I believe there was one media outlet who paid to do it, and they got to go in first, and then everybody got to go in after that.
Right after that. Oh, so he was making some pocket money?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was no longer a police site?
They said the police went through and got everything they needed. They took some at least one hard drive and other things, and there was nothing left to pick through.
But it was still sealed. I mean, you think in an investigation like this, they could come back and look for more.
It says they released the crime scene to the FBI. Let's see.
Kind of like what they did to our office back in the day, remember?
That's right.
They sealed off our office at NEW where we got fired for sex for sale.
Oh, really?
And we weren't allowed in there for months. And then they finally let us go in to get our shit. And, oh, wow, did they go through that place. I don't know what the fuck they were looking for, man.
Really?
They were looking for something. It was destroyed.
Was anything missing? Or just gone through?
Yeah, a lot of our CDs and stuff that had a lot of our material on it, that was missing, and I don't remember. I think all the computers were pulled out, stuff like that. But they were looking for something, man, because they destroyed that office. They turned it upside down.
They were looking for who knew and who they could fire and where they could cut. They're looking for where they can build the moat.
Yeah,
around the castle, or where when a fire's coming, the fucking fire department will dig a trench so it stops the fire. Mm-hmm. They were just looking at who they have to leave in the trench before they dig that. They were looking terrible example I just gave.
They were looking at their terrible. They were looking at their own people. I bet. Right. Yeah. Okay. To make sure that no one else was still working there that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I believe a couple people were fired besides the show. Did Jeremy get fired for that? And so did Ken, right?
I guess. Whatever.
Wow. Yeah.
Whatever.
There was a lot of people in town.
Whatever. We made their careers.
Ken never came back.
Oh, God. Everything is spun these days. I meant that as a joke. I love Ken Stevens,
take the hit, Opie.
Take the hit.
Take the hit.
And
take the pain.
Take it. No, I totally gave a shit about Ken Stevens and at the time Jeremy Coleman. Jeremy, I'm just like, oh hi, I see him in the hallways. There's nothing there. We used to be pretty damn close though. And with Ken Stevens. In our time off, I met him. What is it called? Tyson's Corner down there, or Tyson Corner? Or I met him there because he lived close to there, and I was driving to I think Florida to hang out with my sister for like a month or so, and I stopped in to have steak dinner with him, and he hugged me. He looked 10. I've told the story many times, but he looked at least 10 years younger. He lost a lot of weight, and the first thing he did was he hugged me and said, "Did I ever tell you how much I love you?" And I went, what? I thought you would fucking hate me because he had a great career with CBS. He goes, I needed to get fired. I needed to fucking walk away from that. And he goes, I truly love you. for, you were the catalyst that pushed me out the door and I needed to do that. I'm like, well, that's a little weird.
And he had all that CBS stock or whatever that stock was, that Infinity stock was now is probably not as valuable as it was, the radio stock.
And then we had an amazing steak dinner, drank a lot of wine, laughed our fucking asses off, and then hugged me again. He said it was awesome working with you guys, and I've never talked to him again. Really strange. It was almost like getting one last one in with your ex.
Yeah.
One last good fuck.
Yeah, he just wanted to pop one more off on you and then just go, I gotta let you go.
It was weird, though. It was kind of cool in a way. I don't know, because I had some guilt over that, because I'm like, fuck, what, they're firing those guys too, man. We ran the ship. They didn't run us.
Right.
Let them fucking be and continue their careers. Whatever.
I was happy to see everyone else go down. That's just me. Yeah. Misery loves company. If the fucking kid is out, we're all going down.
That's it for everybody.
Yeah.
And now I saw Jeremy in the bathroom today. I was just like, oh, hi. Oh, yeah, that's right. We used to do lunch 4 times a week, and now we just cordially say hi. There's no hate there or anything.
No.
It's just, the lives have moved in different directions, I guess.
Yeah, I chat with him when I see him. He's always, he's just a very organized, neat little guy, and he just likes his little world a certain way, and that's Jeremy,
I asked him, though, in the bathroom, I go, so is the big guy signing? Because he works for Howard now, this Jeremy. Goes, your guess is as good as mine. He said that, and I believe him, too. He goes, it's strangely quiet. Howard has 5 live shows left, and he has not announced if he's leaving or staying.
Oh,
so what the fuck does that mean?
Well, Howard called me, and he goes, I made a decision. And I'm like, look, I'm on the phone, stupid. So I should have probably... I think what'll happen is he's going to stay. It's like, why would you walk away from... Like it's a fun gig. You know what I mean? It's like you're in the building, everything's here, you get your studio.
Right.
There's a lot worse gigs to have than half the building.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he has something else, but I guarantee you he's going to stay.
Really strange. And then, the CEO of the company, I was reading Jim Meyer, he said, if you want to know what's going on with Howard, you tune in Howard. He doesn't even know. He's like, but Howard has been unusually quiet with this one. And there's not a lot of press around that either. Because I'll admit it, I've been Googling Howard. I haven't Googled Howard in fucking many years just to see what's going on with this contract. And there's not many people writing about it even. Really strange.
Yeah, he'll stay. He'll make the announcement.
You think?
Yeah, guaranteed. Of course he will.
Without any fanfare? Just oh, by the way, I'm staying?
I'm staying, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? There's no reason to leave.
My guess he's staying for a lesser deal, and that's why there's not as much fanfare about it. Just downplaying the fact that it's, maybe even less live shows, which I can't imagine, he would do less than what he's doing now.
Oh, right. So maybe that's what it is.
He's really not doing a lot of radio.
More vacation.
Who knows? But I asked Jeremy in the bathroom. He's like, your guess is good as mine. I have no idea. Can
you imagine if he had just slipped and told you everything? He didn't realize it wasn't public knowledge yet. We couldn't believe we got him for pennies on the dollar. Oh, no, did I say that?
Right. Well, I had Larry in here on Friday when you were out, Jimmy. And
Larry who?
Larry is Roland and Paul's landlord.
Oh, Jesus.
And I got off.
Good booking, right?
Holy shit. I got Larry, but he's doing Howard first. We'll come over for a little while.
But he's your landlord.
But I know, but Howard wants it for something else.
Not gonna lie to you, I had high hopes for the Larry segment on Friday, and boy, was that a bust.
Oh, no.
Boy, was that a bust. But the kid tried everything. I tried everything to make it work, and man, I saw it differently in my head. But Larry owns a house in Brooklyn, and then Roland and Paul are renting rooms from him.
Okay.
And Larry's a unique guy. But one of the things that came out, I asked him about the Howard thing, and he goes, he gave a really big nod, like he's staying, like he knew. And then he panicked that he said that on the air. Larry.
How would Larry know?
He works here.
But
I don't know.
He would know just as much as we would in the end. But he panicked with his nod.
What's his job here?
I don't know. He told me. I don't know.
His name is Boy Larry. I think he's a producer. Yeah, of course he's going to stay. Why would you want to walk away from, especially when you run the company like he does? I mean, he's the biggest name here. He has half the building. He gets great guests. It's like, what the fuck are you going to do? You want to go start over somewhere else in your 60s? It's like, not that you can't do that, but it's unless the money is just totally unacceptable to you.
Yeah, but
it's crazy to walk away.
But I mean, it can't be a money issue. I guess it's pride. You want to keep making the same money, but
sure, it's hard to.
He will never spend all the money he's made.
No,
it would be impossible.
But I would never take a pay cut. Like, you know what I mean? No matter where you're at, you never want to take a cut. Like, even if you stay lateral or you only move up a little, you never want to take a pay cut when you know the company. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, unless the company shows me that the president took a big pay cut and the CEO took a big pay cut, I wouldn't want to take one.
You're right.
So he'll wind up staying. I forgot that was even coming up.
Yeah, because
I literally had no idea.
Because it's really quiet. Usually in the past, he's all about it. He pretty much spends his entire show talking about it. Fuck the company and blah blah blah. And then after saying fuck the company for a year straight, then he signs with them.
Yeah.
But he has chose not to discuss it on his show. He usually makes that shit entertaining, but
he's a smart business guy. I'll say that. He's obviously a very smart negotiator, and he always seems to know how to make a big deal out of it and get people interested, and then he winds up staying.
But this time, like everyone's saying, it's just strangely quiet over there.
I have no ability to get a buzz going. That's the problem with Jim Norton. Jim Norton has no capability to get a buzz started. I've said many times, I don't know what I'm doing. And Bob Eatman is like, is your contract coming up? I'm like, Bob, you're supposed to be on top of this. No one cares.
You need Larry to start leaking stuff for you.
Yeah. I need something. I have no ability to get it's like my old agent Pete, who I really do love, Pete Papalardo, a great agent, would always say, we got to get some chatter started.
Some chatter?
And I said, if you ever say that to me again, I'll fucking block your number. But he was such a good guy, but he would say chatter.
Oh, God.
But I have no ability to get chatter started.
You don't want to hear the word chatter.
Excuse me for continually coughing. I need a cough button, Don.
I want to thank Paul for not turning that mic on this morning. Thank you, Paul. For real. He's not good on the mic. I learned that on...
Paul? Turn the mic on. Let me ask you a question.
Ask him something about his living arrangement with Larry and Roland.
Okay.
And watch where this goes.
What uncomfortably homoerotic things does Roland do?
Oh, God.
See, hold on. Right now, I asked him a question. The list is too long for him to specify one.
He showed us his ass a couple times.
Why?
Just to moon us.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Is he a comfortable guy to live with or no?
Yeah, he's comfortable.
Is he...
He did fall asleep on my floor last night.
Ew, why?
On your floor?
He's a big sexual submissive. He worshipped my feet and then dozed off on my floor on my throw rug. What a creep.
And then there was a big argument on Saturday between everybody.
Why?
Of who bombed worse on Friday morning.
Oh, okay. You guys kind of got home and threw each other under the bus? Who won the argument?
It was a stalemate between me and Larry bombing the worst.
Well, yeah, but Paul's a very good addition to this radio show, but he's not an on-air guy. He doesn't want to be an on-air guy.
He kind of wants to be an on-air guy.
Oh, does he? Okay.
You said that on Friday. You said eventually.
Eventually. Not now.
Not
Definitely
now?
Not now.
Then I stand corrected. I haven't heard you on air until just this moment. And I'll say so far, he's delightful.
But we did have a good time yesterday because both Roland and Larry got on Bumble this weekend, and their matches, oh boy.
Are they awful?
Yes.
Those things...
Wait, you got to ask him a follow-up. Why are they awful?
Like fat and ugly, and Roland...
Now, how are their matches, though?
Yeah, because there are girls out there somewhere going, oh, you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
Just all of them were just bad, and Roland upped his age from like 25 to 60, and then Larry just was there cackling in the corner the whole time every time Roland showed him a girl.
So they both have... fucking Roland had the nerve... Yeah,
He's here? Yeah.
But Roland had the nerve to stop it at 25?
No, he started at 25, and it was like to 40, and then he had to up it to 60 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I go as far as you're allowed to go.
Hi, Sharon.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you?
We're good for a Monday.
Oh, good.
Wow, you look hot, Sharon.
You look great.
Mike, you lost more weight.
I have. Where do I go?
Huh?
I have.
You look great.
Thank you.
How'd you do it?
I just stopped eating gluten. And I've heard that so many times. Oh, I don't eat gluten.
Yeah.
But I stopped, and suddenly I went down like another 10 pounds, and I'm like, yes.
That's why I know I'm doing good. When people think I've lost enough weight to, like, my doctor was concerned. And that's such a good feeling when you walk in and my doctor's like, are you okay? And they sent me through, like, a bunch of tests because they thought I was actually sick.
Yeah.
And that's a great compliment, I think.
And you're great.
Yeah, I'm healthy. I'm fine. Let's hope so. The sexual stuff I'm not sure about, but
There's always that.
there's always that, but what a way to go.
You look younger too, Sharon.
Thank you.
You're looking really,
I'll
really
take
fine.
all of that. Thank
really?
you. Yeah.
You like a good
Come on,
compliment,
more.
and you smell good. No, I'm serious. What smell is that, Jimmy? We were just talking about smells.
Yeah, and how I emailed
That's very clean. That's a very clean smell.
It is, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes. It's a smell you would... citrusy, okay. Like something you would smell in a spa, right?
Yeah,
she probably went to a spa and went, you know what, I like that smell. Give me 10 of those on the way out.
Yeah, you do look really, really good. And I'm always amazed when I'm happy to see people that I like looking healthy. You know, that's not really a great statement to make, but I'm always happy when somebody I like is like, you look good. You look like
they're taking care of themselves. Sure, it's good.
Yeah, you start to see your friends dropping dead of like natural causes, and it's like, fuck, man, it's just depressing.
Well, is it natural causes if it's late 40s?
And a heart attack?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, there's been Patrice Otto, like, there's enough guys that we know that have just gone out, and it's like, you start to like value people looking.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you have run-ins with Scott Weiland?
I knew him. Sure,
you knew him?
Yeah.
He was
years.
He was a brilliant performer.
Listen, he was in his day. He was brilliant. It's just it's heartbreaking to see people when they just cannot get it together.
Yeah.
He tried and just could not do it.
He was trying? Gave it a few...
he's tried so many times,
How frustrating is it when you're doing something like Ozfest, you get all these performers, and then you got some guys that are just not doing what they're supposed to do. They're either showing up late, or they're fucked up, or they're just not performing well. It's like, how do you handle that as the person in charge of the gig?
Do you know what I learned a long time ago? You just have to remove yourself from it. It's like Ozzy and I give people a stage, we give them an audience, and it's up to them what they do with it. And over our time, we've seen a lot of people waste that opportunity because they chose to have a good time instead of work great and, give great performances, then have a good time. They chose good time before anything else, and it never pays off.
And how would you motivate him? Because he always got out there and did shows. And, there was the times where he had his crazy days, but you always seemed to get him up and get him on stage. What was your motivation technique?
Do you know what? Probably in the 30-plus years that we've been working together, there's only been about 5 times in that entire career that he couldn't actually perform.
Wow.
I remember one of those times I had tickets. I was going to see but they said I was like, 14 or 15 and I'm going to the Garden to see him. And I get there and they're like, there's no show. And I thought they were fucking with me. And they're like, no, he broke his leg. Did he break his leg in the last 30 years?
Oh, he's so many times. I tell you, it was usually trying to kick me, and I'd get out the way, and he'd hit a wall or the kitchen cupboard, and I'm like, your own fault.
Oh, that's funny. You pulled like a Lucy Charlie Brown on him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, so maybe it was a legitimate injury.
Oh, yeah, he's very, very accident prone. Kelly's the same. We've got more, casts and crutches and God knows what in the cupboards at home from the pair of them.
Okay.
Just total accident prone.
I like that you couldn't see Ozzy as a 14-year-old because he was trying to kick Sharon.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, that kind of makes me happy too, though. I'm relieved it was a legit thing and not, I was like, I never heard of Ozzy breaking his leg since then, but I guess he has.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, okay.
How's Oz doing?
He's doing really good. It's first day of Sabbath rehearsals today. So it's a big day for them all. So they're all excited.
Where are they rehearsing? Are they in the States or
in
over?
LA? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm very happy they added dates to that tour. I'm very pleased.
Yeah, it was like we didn't want to give it all away at once. Just a little bit at a time.
Right.
Now, how do you get the fans to believe this is the end? Because there's always been like the tours that say like this is the last one, this is the last one.
It's the situation is you look at all of their ages, you look at what Tony's been through, and Tony has said over and over, not that I'm talking for him, I'm just repeating what he said, is that he loves performing, but he doesn't like touring, and so it really is for Black Sabbath performing together. It really is the end.
Is he okay? I mean, doesn't he have to go for treatment for it? Doesn't he have like where he has to continually go just to kind of maintain?
Yeah, he does to maintain, but he's doing really well. Yeah, he's fine.
And they said another album would just be, I guess, too grueling?
Do you know what it was? They all met and discussed it at length, and you can't get better than number one worldwide, and anything less than would be a stiff. And they didn't want to go out on less than. So that gamble is such a big gamble, and it's just nice to leave it that the last album they did was such a huge success that they didn't want to really destroy that. Yeah. So just leave it as
just leave it alone.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. I guess you do better than you expect with the album, or you do so well. Why fuck with it and have a?
That's it. And then why have your last record? You know, it only went in at 10 or something, and they want they just leave it at the 1.
Is touring that much of a drag? Does it just become exhausting to be on the road like that? I'm thinking, would there be anything you could do for Tony to make touring more fun or something? You know what I mean?
I think it's just grueling for him. I think at this stage of his life and everything that he's been through, and you got to remember, he's been touring for 40 plus years. So it's, I suppose for him, I mean, we still love it. I mean,
Ozzy loves touring.
We just got back from Japan and, had a blast there for like 5 days. And, yeah, he does. It's what he does. If you took that away from Ozzy, then he's not Ozzy. It's what he does. It's what he loves.
What do you guys like to do in Japan? Is there one thing you like to do?
Oh, my God. I have never seen anyone eat so much curry as my husband.
Curry?
Really?
Curry. Japanese curry.
Really?
Morning, noon, and night.
Does it smell bad on him, or does it...
Stinks. Absolutely stinks. It's disgusting. And I'm like, in the middle of the night, he'll turn over. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, he's dropping gassers?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he just loves the
What about
food.
the sushi?
Well,
not so much?
We're kind of like freaked out to do the sushi there after that.
Fukushima thing.
Yes, so we're like...
yeah, no kidding.
They've got fish now with 4 eyes and 3 mouths and 1 fin, and we're like, we don't want to go there, but the Japanese are like, oh, no, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's important for their livelihood, so who knows if it's healthy? I don't know. Right?
Yeah, I know.
When you do stuff like, isn't like in Korea, like there's weird combinations of bands they put on? Like in Japan, I'm guessing Japan is mostly metal.
Oh, in Korea, last time Ozzy was in Korea, and it was only like a year ago, he did a show, and he did it with that guy,
Psy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's like, he goes to me, who is this guy? Why is everybody like wanting to see this guy? Who the fuck is he? I'm like, you don't even want to know. It doesn't matter.
I love the fact he didn't know who Psy was. Good, who cares?
You think Ozzy would like Psy?
You know what? He
There's
might.
a couple toe tappers in there.
Yeah, he might hear it and go like,
he might like Gentleman.
That's not his style, you don't think, listening to club music?
Nah.
We've talked to a lot of musicians. They say overseas they do mix up the bands. They don't stick to a metal genre or whatever. It's a pop act into a
But they used to do that here. In the 70s,
obviously before us, I guess.
They
really?
did. Yeah, all the time. So, I mean, Ozzy's done gigs with Black Sabbath and Rod Stewart here.
What changed? Why don't we do that anymore?
I just do not know. Everybody, because of radio. Mm-hmm. Radio gets behind one show, and it's either, a country station or a rock station or a pop station, and they don't want to mix it anymore.
I think there's a market to just throw all the genres together and make one super station.
Look at the festivals, the way they're going, and there was a big festival in Vegas last year, the Rock in Rio, and there was a pop day, a metal day, and a rock day, and I think that's pretty cool.
And it's the same fans. They weren't filtering out. They were there for every day, I bet you. Most of those days, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, no. So they weren't filtering out.
No, because they had like Taylor Swift and Metallica.
Oh, okay. No, that wouldn't work.
Smith,
right, okay.
On different days.
Yeah.
Doesn't Bonnaroo kind of do that? Where that is like where they mix up a little bit? Like they have Kanye West or they'll have Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
They seem like they attempt to do it.
They did. You know what does that is Glastonbury does that. They mix it up all the time.
Where's that?
In England. It's a huge, huge festival in England, and it's like over 100,000 people, and it's for 3 days, and they mix it all up.
Oh, okay. You're promoting to the talk. I don't want to not promote what you're what you're promoting. You guys are doing shows for a week here?
Yeah. We
Starting today, huh?
Yeah. Every time of year, in December, we come here for a week, and we love it.
It's a good time to be in New York.
It's the best time
Yes,
to
it
be
is.
in New York. And it's just nice to be in a different studio for a week, different audiences. You know, it's a different feel.
I like hotels. Like, a lot of people hate hotels. Like, I like being on the road if I like the hotel.
Me too.
I just enjoy it.
Me too. That's part of the whole thing.
Right.
You know, that's why I think Ozzy and I like touring. We're gypsies because we don't like to cook. We don't like to clean up. So it's perfect in a hotel.
Are you in the same house you were in last time I was out there? Or do because you seem like you like to move around a lot.
We're still in it, but we are moving in March. You're just doing this to mind Ozzy.
No,
I know why you're doing this, Jim. He's hoping Ozzy will hear it, and he's winding him up.
Does he get tired of the moves?
Desperately tired.
Why you guys move a lot? Just get sick of your surroundings?
I like to decorate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to start over.
Yeah, I got to start over.
That makes sense.
Do you get bored with stuff? I tend to get bored too, and then like, there's something, I need something, and I don't know what it is, and I got to go find something new.
Yeah, I do.
Instead of just being, it's hard for me to be comfortable in like what's nice and what's established. I kind of like to sometimes just want to gut things and just start it over.
On.
Yeah, there's that high of a new house or a new place.
I just think too, it's the gypsy in us.
Right.
You know.
You're just used to it.
Yeah.
Well, did you move around when you were a kid with your father or no?
Yeah, we did. We did a lot. Yeah.
That was kind of unstable, right? Like he was, you see, you'd like getting money to pay other people and then getting money to pay other people.
We'd be rich one day, poor the next. You know, I'd be in a Rolls Royce one day, then back at the bus stop, and then, dodging people that wanted their money.
That's kind of exciting, though, no?
Yeah, it was a really colourful childhood, and I had some great experiences musically, meeting amazing people, and,
Yeah, absolutely.
So there was all financial insecurity when you were growing up, right?
Total insecurity, total. I mean, even when I was in my mid-20s, he didn't pay the mortgage, so the bank took the house back, and you come home one day and there's the tape around the house, do not enter, bailiffs there. But it's exciting.
Did you get to go in and get your stuff at least? Some of your belongings?
No.
No, huh?
You start again.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, so back then you kind of had to start over.
Yeah,
so it's in her blood.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. I got to say, I watched it talk because of you. If it's on, I'll stop because Sharon is entertaining as all hell. It's probably not a show for our demo in general, but you keep it interesting. You speak your mind.
I try.
You do a very good job of that.
It's hard to speak your mind and be politically incorrect and not offend anyone. So it's a.
You have to worry about
balancing
that
act.
stuff? Does CBS ever sit you down and go, Sharon, you can't say that?
They don't say it like that, but, there's definite guidelines because remember, we are, an afternoon show, and you have to respect that. So.
Right. What was the last problem you had over there? As far as
swearing. It's swearing.
Just swearing?
Yeah.
You can beep that. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, I'm usually doing gestures and...
Yeah. You can say it, but you can't do the hand motion.
Exactly. Really.
We got to a point where they would just beep out the curse words, and then that wasn't good enough. Now they have to blur out the mouth just in case, you're reading their lips as they say fuck? I don't get where we're at as a society. We can handle this.
You can't say fugly. You can't say...
What?
Yeah, you can't say titties. You can't...
Yeah. How about in a row?
What's funny in my titties? It's nothing.
Fugly titties.
No, he's not. He's only laughing because he has them. Sorry, Justin.
I'm just enjoying seeing it firsthand, seeing her curse.
Yeah, these guys worked for Letterman for a long time, so they understand the world of censorship.
Yeah.
Hey, how's Amy and her music?
She's doing really good. She's got new music coming out middle of January, and she just finished her second video, so she's ready to go in January.
Do you think that she regrets not being on the show, or is she kind of happy that she wasn't on the show and now is...
I think she's well over that. It was so long ago now. And so, yeah, she's, happy doing her thing. She's not one of these people that wants to be a celebrity. She doesn't want to sell millions of albums. She just likes to do her music and do her thing,
You said so long ago. How many years? Let's feel old for a sec. I don't want to hear this number. What year was that?
They ended in 04?
13 years ago.
What?
We started it 13 years ago.
I heard you. I was just saying, what?
I know.
13 years
Yes.
like that. Man.
Tell me about
and you
it.
ruined it for everybody. You did, because they all tried to do the Osbourne show, and they didn't have the talent to do it. So now they got that assisted reality crap. I used to love reality TV. I hate it now.
Now it's so formatted.
It's
isn't it?
horrible.
It's so formatted.
Didn't they want you guys to possibly do something else? And it didn't happen, and I'm guessing that was part of it, is that they're probably going to want to shoot you for 3 or 4 weeks and then go, okay, we got the whole season. And there was talks about the Osbournes doing something else.
We were going to do a deal with VH1, and it was a great deal, and it was actually all of our faults because it took 10 months to negotiate, and we, kept asking for more and more, and the deal was very lucrative. Cut to VH1 get a new boss. The new boss comes in. The deal's on the table. He goes, not on my watch. You can get this one out the door. So,
So
it serves us right. We dragged our feet for 10 months, and that's what happens.
Oh, wow. You don't usually hear people say that. I didn't know what had gone on,
Yeah.
actually.
I was ready to, motherfuck the boss. No.
No,
All right.
I mean, look,
Okay.
if I was taking over that gig and I had like a deal on the table, which was really expensive, I'd think about it if I just got in the door.
Yeah.
It's like,
All right.
Would you
shouldn't I?
ever backtrack in a negotiation? Like if something's going on, whether it's for a festival, or would you ever just go, okay, we asked for X and we got it, but now this guy wants to back up a little bit, or once you're at a point, you'll never go back?
No, you do. I mean, we give people breaks. Of course you do. It's only fair, and especially if you've been doing business for someone for a while and they promised you X and they can't do it, so you take something else.
Did you ever get to a point where you felt like, okay, now, because we talked about the insecurity, financial insecurity, where you get to a point where you're like, whew, now I'm okay, I never have to worry about that again? Or do you still have that in your head a little bit, or is it one of those things you got to a point and then you're like, you never worry about it again?
You mean financial?
Yeah, just the idea of like, I'm always going to be okay, and I know that.
I have it in my head that I don't mind doing hard work. I'll do whatever. If this all fell in tomorrow and I needed money, I'd go do whatever I had to do. I'm not proud that way. I'd go drive a limo. I'd do whatever I had to do to pay the rent. But the way the world is today, unless you're a billionaire. You remember when we were growing up, it was to be a millionaire. A millionaire now is fuck all.
Right.
It's the billionaires that have got the power. So, yes, they don't have to worry. But when you're someone in my position that lives to a certain standard, you've got to keep working.
Got to keep the money rolling in.
There's nothing like cash, and without the cash coming in, you spend what you got in the bank, and it doesn't last long.
And she has rooms to decorate.
Yeah, and I'll say she has very, very good taste. There's not a lot of junk around the house. It's really good stuff. It all smells nice. It's all in perfect. We did an interview. I get to interview Ozzy, Geezer, and Tony in the house, and it was in this awesome room where you have all these photographs, and the guys who were working the shoot were not a little clumsier with the photos than they should have been. And you walked in, and oh boy, did you fucking let them have it. It was so great.
She gave him a talking to?
Yeah. I'm like, oh wow, that's the person that people see during negotiations. Oof.
We don't have to see that version.
Oh my God.
But that version gets things done, Jimmy.
It certainly did.
Yeah, but you know what, Jim? You've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. Nobody's one way all the time.
Yep.
Nobody. And people who pretend that they're like this the whole time is full of shit. They're full of shit because nobody is that way all the time.
And they were legitimately not being as careful as they should have been. Like when you see like these nice things around the room, the way the guy was handling it or doing something.
Were they juggling them or something?
Yeah.
Big photographic books that are like first editions, and the covers are white and the pages are all white around. First of all, you're meant to wear a glove when you touch them, and they've been moving equipment, their hands are dirty, they're picking them up, they're first edition, and they're like shitloads of money. And I'm like, if that gets like handprints on, you can go, okay, it's fucked. I just, what the fuck are you doing? You know, think about something before you move it. That's all.
Yeah.
But I would say it to anyone.
Did some curses fly out, Jimmy?
Yeah, it was really, but I forget exactly what they had done, but it was like you addressed them, and the guy gave some kind of a weird answer, like he didn't give the answer he was supposed to have given, and he was informed of that he didn't give the answer he was supposed to have given.
It sounds like they picked it up without the gloves.
It was something like that.
Of course you got to use the gloves.
But it was funny. It was
rubber gloves, at least.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, but I quite enjoyed not being on the receiving end of that. It was fun.
You never want to be on the receiving end of that, huh?
No, but I love how Ozzy handles that stuff too. It's so fun to watch. He's never like we
gotta wrap up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, but he's never like, he always goes like, hey, don't ask me, man. I'm afraid of her.
Are you afraid of me?
No, not at all. No, I might be though. If I ever got yelled at, I might be. But I've never been on the receiving end.
Do you yell at people?
I do yell at people sometimes. Yeah, sure. But.
Yeah, I love Sharon. I love her to death. The talk is New York City all week.
Yes.
Are all the tickets? Can they go to the live tapings, or is
the tickets have all gone? Done. Unfortunately, but got to watch because we've got unbelievable people coming in.
Who do you got today? Do you know offhand, or
we have Wayne Brady today? Tomorrow we have that fabulous cast from Downton Abbey.
Nice.
God, I love them.
I've never seen that.
I've heard.
Shame on you.
I know.
I've heard great things about the show.
It's very posh and
all right,
very
she's got to go. All right. You're yelling at me now.
Sharon has to leave.
Yes.
Just go to Miss S. Osbourne on Twitter. And, of course, I support the talk because I support Sharon and Ozzy. And Sabbath tickets are on sale. And Ozzy and Jack are doing a new History Channel show. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening. So I'm just happy you came.
They are doing well across the board. All right, we'll take a break, too.
Be right back.
Thank you, Sharon.
Oh, thank you for talking to me.
Of course.
Oh, they've been good.
Sharon Osbourne, everyone. I like this one. Jimmy certainly likes this one. Shot in the Dark, right?
Yeah. This is a lovely one.
Yeah, I want to thank the guy on Twitter. It was pretty late. I think I was leaving Philly. I think this was the last thing I checked out on my Twitter. It was the Bills tailgating party, and this guy's just railing this girl in the parking lot. God, I've been in that parking lot a million times over the years. I know exactly where that is. I miss those days. I went to more Bills games than any other football team. That's why the whole Jets, Bills, Patriots thing is,
right.
You know, I know it's ridiculous, but in the end, I've seen way more Bills games in person than Jets. And this guy sent me a video, a quick one. Have you seen this yet, Jimmy?
No.
Oh, then just play it for Jimmy. He's just railing his chick in the parking lot.
Oh, my God. She's got a great rump, too.
Yeah, she is. She knows how to, like, present.
But look at that. It's like...
Nothing better than a girl that knows how to present the hiney. Wow, what's the problem, Justin?
That's awesome. It's so cold out there. How does his dick stay hard in that cold?
It wasn't too bad over the weekend. It was probably like, I bet you it was pushing 50 up there for the game.
That's cold to have your dick out. Anything under 74. I don't like cock out. Wow. Good for him.
And she said, fuck it, let's do this.
It was posted after they won, so I wonder if that was like, yay, the team won. Let's celebrate. Sex in the parking lot.
What's great up there, I mean, the tailgating continues afterwards. I mean, people just hang out in those parking lots. They're not even really parking lots. Look, it's just grass. They haven't updated those things since I was going to games a pretty long time ago at this point.
There's nothing worse than an outdoor table, like a card table that's got a bend on it. That's just such a shitty outdoor setup. A bent fucking card table.
I miss those days. Me and Buzzy, he would rally the troops. We lived in a house in Rochester with a lot of guys, and he would rally us on a Sunday morning. We'd all be so fucking hungover, and Buzzy would be cranking his stupid Bruce Springsteen. He was obsessed with Springsteen like Roland is, and he would have these obscure live shows that he would be cranking through the whole house at like 7 in the morning, and we would have to get in our car by, I think, around 9, which was brutal because we probably got home around 4.
Right.
And then it was the long ride from Rochester to Buffalo to go to the Bills games and tailgate our asses off, and then we would stay for the 4 o'clock games. You would just stay in the parking lot and listen to whatever game was next as you're just still drinking and partying and throwing footballs around and stuff. Never saw a girl get fucked though. Like,
no, and she has a great little body.
That's a nice rump.
Yeah, it really is.
What's the problem with this, Justin?
I'm just picturing the way I lead my life, and I could live a million years, and I would never be in that place.
Well, unless you met a guy who's willing to do it.
But do you see how that's hot?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know where you were.
No, it's just like, oh my, yeah. No, it's more like had I made better decisions in my life, maybe I could have a proud moment like this.
That is really a sexy video. It's like a 5-second Vine video.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think Vine allows.
Oh.
Yeah, why is it only 6 seconds?
I don't know, but that guy, the way she's holding on that juicy little body, his rump is pointed, that's kind of fucking hot, man.
Yeah.
They're probably both drunk.
Yeah. I tweeted on my Twitter, Opie Radio, and we'll tweet it out through the show account for the people. All right. I like that. Whoever sent that to me, I don't have the name right now. Thank you very much. I definitely enjoyed that one.
Yeah, she's rather lovely.
She is, right? She knows how to present.
This little fucking honey.
You gotta hoist that up a little bit. And show everything, right, Jimmy?
Yes, you do. Show that big fat puss. That big fucking snuffleupagus puss hanging on the back.
And she's a good egg, because she's like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of my own clit. You see that?
Oh, is that what she's doing?
Yes, you can see with her left hand. She's like, I'll take care of me. You take care of you.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. She's fucking getting herself off, and you can see the jiggle of her ass.
Yeah.
Like this is like the Zapruder film every time.
I know. It's just
back into the left.
Oh my God, yeah, she is fucking super sexy.
That takes balls, though.
I can't do it.
I would. In all my years of living, I can't remember a time that I would even consider doing that in public like that in front of everybody.
It's a little. Some guys like it though. There's some people who get off on being exhibitionists. They enjoy being watched, and they love the risk of getting caught.
Yeah,
they love fucking like that. And that to me, that's just I can't do it.
The news is on it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
For Pete's sake.
WKBW in
Buffalo.
In Buffalo. Cool. WABC. How do they do this? Oh, they got the... Wait.
I think they have a few different videos, and let's see. Hold on.
It's your website. If you're going to fucking do the story, you might as well get the clicks. What's wrong with these people?
Oh, my God, their website's horrible.
What are they saying about...
itself?
Video apparently shows Bills fans having sex in parking lot. More than one? Well, yeah, there's two there, obviously. The latest video. More than one couple. What?
Due to the graphic nature of the video, we won't be sharing it here.
Yeah,
good.
I hope not. About it. So you might as well get the clicks and just warn people.
We'll show 9/11 footage. We won't show this fucking, this guy in a Jim Kelly jersey fucking banging a girl. She vomits into the passenger window like Spalding from Caddyshack.
I would bet with a quick search they had no problem showing the aftermath of the Paris attack in that concert hall with the oh God, I wish I didn't see that.
All the bodies?
Just the blood's all over the place and smeared, and oh my God. I guarantee they had no problem showing that.
No.
But people having sex, oh
God forbid.
A single word is superimposed across the screen. Savage.
Among the cars in the background is a truck flying a large Bills flag, which slaps in the breeze as the couple has sex.
Why is that important to the story?
I don't know. It's really not. Wait, that's how you know, by the way, it was faked, because there's no way that flag would be flapping in the breeze. It's bullshit. The atmosphere wouldn't allow it. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm mixing up two. All right.
Read the story from the top, because I bet you there's all sorts of problems with this fucking thing. Go ahead, read that, Eric, please.
The latest video of Buffalo Bills fans behaving badly that is taking the internet by storm.
It's not, though.
Yes. Apparently shows two fans having sex in a parking lot. Due to the graphic nature of the video, we won't be sharing it here. But the video, which lasts 6 seconds, shows a man in a Bills jersey and blue knit hat apparently having sex with a woman.
Apparently? I don't think you need I don't think you need the word apparently.
You're not going to get sued for slander. If a judge saw that, well, we said allegedly, like, no judge would look at that and go, I don't know why you said they're having sex.
She's in clit formation. I mean, what else would she be doing with that left hand?
Apparently having sex with a woman who's also in a Bills jersey. The video was shot in a parking lot. Before the camera zooms in on the couple, you can see the garbage strewn on the grass and a second person lifting up a cell phone to capture the action.
All right, what's the problem?
Among the cars in the background is a truck flying a large Bills flag which flaps in the breeze as the couple has sex. A single word is superimposed across the screen. Savage. This is the latest in embarrassing videos involving Bills fans that have been taken following a home game at Ralph Wilson Stadium.
I wouldn't call that embarrassing.
Yeah, it began in September after the Bills took on the Colts when video of a man playing dizzy bat and slamming headfirst into a bus was being talked about across the country. That's just funny. Why is that embarrassing?
I know, a guy fell. Who cares?
Right. The next month, when the Bills took on the Giants, video of a dance-off that ends in an RKO through a plastic table. Okay. Once again, Bills fans make the national news. Now there is a video of two fans apparently having sex, and a video of a fan chokeslamming Santa Claus into a plastic table.
Now we have.
Can I see that?
Yeah, we have that clip. This is so clearly fake, and they're just trying to do. They're trying to get a viral video.
Ew.
And I don't think it's Santa Claus. Oh God, the news just stinks.
So here we're just going to pretend that we're having a conversation.
By the way, you can watch the guy jump up to this. Stinks.
Yep.
Show it again. Watch the guy jump up. Watch the Santa Claus help lift himself.
Yep.
Watch this fake shit.
And the table didn't break.
No.
You see the Santa Claus? He jumps
up.
Why? Also, there's no reason for a camera to be pointing at these two guys to begin with.
But why is the news even talking about?
Because they're dopes.
They're idiots.
They're really dopes.
Gives a fuck.
Plus, you can see Santa's bulge in his fucking. Yeah. Look at Santa's cock bulge.
His Santa Claus outfit's a bit tight.
Yeah, it sure is. A little snug in the front for old S to the C.
All right. Well. Whatever. We tweeted. Whatever. We'll tweet whatever is important.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
You sort of gave up halfway there.
Well, who cares? It's not who's it an embarrassment for? The Bills organization?
I don't know.
This shit happens everywhere it can. And there was a Bills flag. So?
Yeah, exactly. Flapping in the breeze.
Flapping in the breeze.
Well, it was good writing.
Yeah.
Really well written.
All right.
So the big Grammy nominations have come out.
Yeah, they just came out.
Really?
Good luck for Taylor. Good luck for my girl Taylor Swift.
Do we have a list?
I enjoy her a lot.
The list is very big.
Do you know any of her latest songs?
I only know one of her songs.
Which one?
Mean. I work out to it.
Yeah, that's the one we've done on the show.
I love it.
Mean.
Yeah.
Right? She says it like that.
'Cause you're mean.
Mean.
Yeah, she's delightful.
What do we got? What are some of the Grammys? Anything important here? That Alabama Shakes. I got to listen to more of their stuff. Album of the Year, Sound and Color from Alabama Shakes. Kendrick Lamar. Chris Stapleton, Taylor Swift, and The Weeknd. I don't know any Kendrick Lamar. I don't know any Chris Stapleton. And I don't know The Weeknd.
I don't either. And my kids I have to listen to Hits 1 every day when I drive them around. So I'm exposed to everything. I've never heard of half these people.
Aren't they old enough to just get earbuds and listen to their own music? Why are they still in control of your car, Justin?
My older daughter does that now. She just has the headphones on. My younger daughter, no.
So give your younger daughter, go here. You can be like your older sister, and then you can listen to whatever you want. And what would you listen to if it wasn't for Hits 1 for the kids?
The Bridge and 70s on 7 and Classic Rewind.
That's funny because I would listen to Opie Radio.
Yeah. The fuck, dude? Anything else with these Grammy nominations?
Not cool.
Tragic death over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Closure?
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was old, though, right?
85.
I mean, it's just sad. But they were expecting him to go. I guess he was kind of out of it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I bombed all weekend talking about Robert Loggia.
Really? Oh, you were trying to...
Not one laugh.
You were trying to work it in?
Yeah, because it was just too obscure or weird.
Really?
What were you trying to do with it?
I don't even remember. I just knew it was done to silence. I think I bombed so bad I apologized.
The sound of silence.
You got nothing.
Scarface. Of course, Scarface. Yeah, see, that's what he was looking like in near the end.
Oh, yeah.
No one has really seen him in a few.
No.
He had the owl. The Alzheimer's.
Was that him at the end? He had Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's, right. I think, yeah. Well, then he was in Big, that's right.
Yeah, that was. He
played the piano with Tom Hanks in Big. He was a great actor.
He was awesome. He was in The Sopranos. Remember that run he had in The Sopranos?
Yeah, it was a short run. It was
I wonder if that was one of the last things he did.
He did like some little Family Guy thing.
But okay,
like
some voice stuff.
Very quick appearance there.
He was in Independence Day,
right?
Wasn't he?
Was he in Independence?
No son. No, I thought he was in Independence Day. Am I crazy?
He was.
Yeah, okay.
Who was he in Independence
Who was he in Independence Day? I just said yes.
He was a general. Let's get them sons of bitches.
All right. Good call.
I thought he was.
He was great in The Sopranos. About the prisoner. A guy was in jail for so long and he came out and he couldn't really adjust. It was too short. He was great on that season.
He was a great
And they
actor.
set him up to take the fall.
Yeah.
And I think he knew he got set up and he just went back. Didn't he know?
Yeah, he did. He knew he got screwed over.
That was 2004. He was in The Sopranos.
11 years ago.
That was 2004.
All weekend I was trying. I'd give you $10 million, Tony. Nothing. You want Nothing.
It didn't work.
Silence.
That should have worked.
It bombed fucking miserably. Miserably it bombed.
Did you take the hit?
I did, yeah.
You took the hit?
I had to apologize. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that would be very funny. I was sorely mistaken.
Just take the hit.
Wow, it says he finished like 3 other projects that are still going to come out.
All right. Well,
maybe I'll kill him, son of a bitch hasn't gotten a hit all year. Who wants to kill me? And you fucking pan at Pacino's face, and you're like, oh, I get it. Tony does.
Did you do that line for him?
I did The Catcher. Something about The Catcher.
Yeah.
I only tried that once. That bombed so hard. I only did it once.
He was in Jagged Edge, too.
I remember that.
That courtroom drama.
He was at Grand Theft Auto 3.
All
He
right.
did a voice in that. I had no idea.
But what did he do?
Why are you laughing at that? They got a lot of big.
No, I'm saying that's awesome.
Big stars for the Grand Theft Auto series.
What did he do before Scarface? Like, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm sure he did stuff, but I don't remember him before Scarface.
Let's go back in time. Oh, wow. He goes all the way back to 1951.
He was in Magnum.
Search for Tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Secret Storm. Give me some of the ones we would know.
Yeah, there's really nothing.
Wagon Train.
He was in Quincy.
Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color.
He was in Quincy? What did he do in Quincy?
Here, I just passed it.
Where was it?
Albert Hitchcock Presents.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Rawhide.
What was he in Quincy?
Where's the Quincy?
Yeah.
Gunsmoke. Combat.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Rockford Files, I remember that.
You don't remember him in Rockford?
I absolutely do. I still watch it. It's on MeTV every day.
What was he in Rockford Files? Let me challenge you on that.
He played, he was in several different episodes playing different guys. Always like a tough mobster.
Okay.
Yeah, here. He was, three different guys.
Who was he in Quincy?
He was Prime Minister Harlan DeVille.
You expect me to believe Quincy was a stoolie because Sosa said so? You bought that line.
Quincy's on TV every day also. I watch both those.
As he
shows.
should be.
Yeah. Best show on TV.
Columbo, Cannon,
Starsky and Hutch.
McMillan and Wife.
SWAT. Wonder Woman.
Which Wonder Woman episode? Hans.
I like that he was in
Eichler.
Quincy.
Yeah, me
Wonder
too.
Woman versus Gargantua, 1976.
Policewoman.
He was shot in Club Babalu, Sam! This was no accident, it was a murder attempt. Is that what it was called? No, Club Babalu is... Oh, no. Club Babalu was I Love Lucy. What was the club they would go to?
Right.
Oh, I'm a cunt.
I still found it funny.
I know,
I just
but-
assumed that was the name of the club, too.
No, I don't think that was...
Oh, well.
What was the name of the club? God damn it. Where the big fat thing is dancing and they attempt to kill Tony Montana?
Yeah. Oh, God.
You gonna get that answer?
I don't remember.
Starsky and Hutch, he was on.
Babylon.
Club Babylon. Club Babalu. I fucked up. As it came out, I knew
okay.
it's not fine. That's
Now it's even funnier.
Babylon.
I know, it's so close and yet so far. Club Babalu. Fucking dope.
Don't forget Casino, boys. He was in Casino.
Wait.
That's a TV movie.
I know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Vegas, Charlie's Angels.
I didn't know that.
Fantasy Island.
I'll take the hit on that.
You didn't-
I'll take the hit on that.
Take the pain.
I'll take the hit on that.
You didn't know it
I
was
just
a-
saw Casino and then, TV movie.
We're just naming TV shows, by the way.
True.
But he was in every single big show.
Little House on the
Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll kill the little midget catcher. He hasn't got a base hit all year. Little fat fingers.
Who was he in An Officer and a Gentleman?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm not even looking at this.
What? Byron Mayo?
Was he? I don't remember that.
Iron Man.
I'm guessing he was one of the commanding officers or something, because by then he was probably still in his late 40s, early 50s.
But wasn't Richard Gere, wasn't his name Mayo?
Oh my God, he was the father. Yes,
He was?
you're right. Good call.
Oh, that's right. There you go. There's this.
That 100% right.
And he's shirtless.
Holy fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's the still of him shirtless talking to his son, Richard Gere, in An Officer and a
They
Gentleman.
were fucking hookers together in the
Forgot about that.
Philippines.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. All right.
He was in Mad Houston.
By the way, Richard Gere in that movie was such a great,
Yeah.
He was awesome.
selfish cunt.
Yeah.
Like, he was really good, man.
He was
awesome.
really good.
He just played that guy who didn't give a fuck about anyone but himself. He was great in where did he play the hustler, the male prostitute,
Yeah,
American Gigolo. He was great in that too. He was great in the movie, where he's talking to the guy. He's telling him, I'm going to fuck your wife. Remember that? His partner?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm going to fuck her in the
Affairs.
ass. Yeah, I'm going to fuck her in the ass. I'm going to teach her how to come. Oh, it was brutal. It was fucking brutal. He was really good in that.
He had a great run, Richard Gere.
He played a great scumbag. He played a great guy who will fuck your chick behind your back. Like, that's the guy he played well.
When was the last time anyone cared about him in a project, Richard Gere?
I don't know. He pops up and stuff.
I'm looking right now.
Chicago?
We're going way back.
Yeah, I think Chicago.
Chicago is 2002. Anything since 2002?
He's involved with the Dalai Lama, though. I think that's his whole thing. Brooklyn's
look,
Finest. Who did he play in that?
He still did a lot of stuff. None of this stuff really caught on, though. Look at this. Yeah.
The second best exotic Marigold Hotel. That was just out.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well, Robert Loggia.
He was so good in Internal Affairs. Jimmy's totally right. And at the very end, spoiler alert, he like gets shot and he's by a window and everything, and the movie sort of ends. But in the trailer, you see him you see his body flying out the open window and falling to his death. A scene that's not in the movie. Like there's a whole part from the ending that's in the trailer that's not in the film. It's such a badass movie, though. He's such an asshole in this film.
I gotta see it again.
It's really good.
I feel bad for Paul. He's just running all over the place doing everything.
Yeah, I'm tired.
What the hell?
What are you shooting?
Well,
us.
Oh,
we got an update on Erik. He's coming in at 12 to do an interview for his radio show today.
You're kidding? No, we just found out.
I thought he was off today.
Yeah.
He's coming in to do an interview for his radio show.
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
I wouldn't say
Paul, it bothers you? You never speak up. Why does that bother you?
As a guy who works here.
Yeah, why does
running
that bother
back and
you?
forth this morning. I have to leave the board to go back and cut the first hour of the replay. I mean, it was fine. You have your vacation day, but now you're coming in to do an interview for your own show.
Oh, shit.
Who is he interviewing?
I have no idea.
He's interviewing the new Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, new young actor playing him.
Okay.
All right.
What time did you get up today?
1:30.
Wow,
Why do you get up at 1:30?
Because I was scrolling through news stories to update and doing the one sheets, getting all prepared.
So wait, what time do you go to bed?
I went to bed at 10:30.
Did you get 3 hours sleep?
You look good, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. This kid has a fucking hell of a head of hair on him. It really is a home run.
High and tight, baby.
Yeah, he really is.
High and tight.
I can't let it grow too longer. I get bad curls.
Do you really?
Yeah. Ginger curls.
Oh, you're ginger?
Yeah.
I can never tell. Bill Burr's a ginger, or Louis. I can tell that, but I can't tell sometimes if people are redhead or if it's just a light.
You
brown.
don't really have that ginger thing.
So you wish Erik had come in today, it would have made your life easier.
It would have been nice. But
Well, he's coming in, though. He'll be here soon. He'll be here soon to do an interview for his radio show.
Is he going to ask you for help when he does his interview, or is he doing it by himself?
I will not provide help.
Oh! So he wasted one of his days because he's still going to be here. That's strange. The whole thing is strange.
He just wanted to sleep in.
Wow. All right. What else we got going on? The Ben Carson calls transgender military members a distraction. Is he getting heat over that?
He probably should. Did he serve in the military?
I don't.
I don't know.
I believe he did not.
I don't think he did, but I don't want to.
Why is it a distraction? Why are they saying it's a distraction? Huh?
Deal with the transgender thing somewhere else?
Told veterans at an event in Waterloo, Iowa on Saturday that the military is not the place to deal with the transgender thing. I do not appreciate using our military as a laboratory for a social experiment.
Really? That's the same thing a lot of people would have said when they were having blacks integrated, you fucking dumb cunt. That's the same bullshit that people would have used years ago. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, it shouldn't be a social experiment to mix the blacks and the whites,
right.
It's the same nonsense.
Yeah. Carson said at a town hall hosted by Concerned Veterans for America, we have too many important things to do. His comments come as Pentagon officials prepare the logistics of integrating transgender troops into the armed forces next year. There's that many?
I guess so.
How many are there?
I don't know.
They're still in hiding, most of them, huh?
Yes, it's two. They both have kind of androgynous names. You're not sure. It's Johnny. Well, it's spelled I-E. I don't know who that is.
The one badass that became a woman, that one freaks me the fuck out. The one Navy SEAL guy that was like all man. You could see him doing cigarette ads. He had that look. Oh. And now he's, I believe he was a Navy SEAL. Yeah, this fucking guy. This one blows my mind. This guy looks like he could have got any girl he wanted. I know it's deeper than that, but I'm just saying.
Well,
that became...
right went left.
Yeah, that became a woman.
Yeah, there's a guy I'd be afraid of to a lady I'd date. What's really the transition?
Is that strange?
That's a happy ending, then.
I kind of find that strange. Is that okay? It's a little strange. And I heard he was a badass, too.
Yeah.
I guess he could still be a badass as a woman. When our men and back to Ben Carson, when our men and women are out there fighting the enemy, the last thing we need to be doing is saying, what would it be like if we introduced several transgender people into this platoon, he said. The GOP hopeful continued, give me a break, deal with the transgender thing somewhere else.
He said the last thing, he said the military is very important for us. Their job is to protect us. The last thing they need are a bunch of distractions. First of all, they already have distractions in the military, and I don't think any soldier is incapable of doing their job. Yes, again, it's the same stuff they used about blacks. It's the same thing they used about women. You know what I mean? Well, they don't need all the distractions. It's just got to be this. And, you know, if you're willing to be a soldier and go and fight, you're braver than me, and fucking God bless you, man.
But are there guys that aren't accepting in the military where it would be a distraction, do you think?
I don't know. I
really
don't know.
haven't wrapped their arms around this whole transgender thing.
Maybe not, but too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to lead the country, I think you should be able to discuss it better than how he did.
Oh, yeah.
Calling it an experiment, that's completely ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
An estimated 15,000 transgender people serve in the armed forces, but continue to conceal their gender identities.
I had no idea.
So it hasn't really been a problem, or you would have heard about it. Right?
Yeah, I had no idea. Maybe they want to just be open about who they are. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Erik just texted me.
Did he?
He just wrote, I'm not coming in.
Oh, today at noon.
Today, we heard you were. I'll just write. You were. All right. He wrote, I'm not coming in.
Or was that this morning when someone asked for help?
Probably just getting it now.
Could you help us out?
Yeah. Ben Carson's fallen in the polls, right? I think he's in third place now.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz is in second. Is that true?
That is true.
Wow. Interesting. Ted Cruz pledges to kill the terrorists in new ad. What does he say? If I'm elected to serve as commander-in-chief, we won't cower in the face of evil. America will lead, Cruz says. We'll rebuild our military. We'll kill the terrorists and every Islamic extremist. We'll know if you wage jihad against us, you're signing your death warrant. What else is he going to say?
Yeah.
I think every candidate would say the same thing, right?
Yeah. Did he serve in the military or no?
Cruz?
I'd like to know.
I just assume most of them haven't.
I don't see Carson.
I kind of want it to be like, shouldn't it be maybe a prerequisite that to be president you have to serve in the military?
I think so.
Like, why not?
I think it should be, because then you fully understand what our men and women go through.
Yeah, our soldiers. But then again, you don't only want military. I don't know what the answer is there, because you don't only want military people running the country either.
I find it strange, you know, you're sending our loved ones to war, and you never did yourself, or made sure you got out of it somehow. On some loophole or some technicality. I've always found that a bit strange.
Like maybe the president or vice president, one should have to have served in the military. Because if you're making decisions like that affect people's lives so drastically.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Maybe you should have some firsthand knowledge of what it's like.
I figured out another person who he reminds me of.
Who?
Who Ted Cruz reminds me of.
All right.
Count Chocula.
Hasn't that one been around, though?
Grandpa Al Lewis was.
I said Grandpa Lewis.
We did the Lewis.
And Liberace.
We did the Liberace, yes.
He's a creepy fucking Mr. Potato Head face. His face is really eerie.
And a cartoon voice. It's the cartoon voice that creeps me out.
Our president told
Secretary Clinton, the world is more dangerous, and America is less safe. If I'm elected to serve as commander-in-chief, we won't cower in the face of evil. America will lead.
What voice?
We'll rebuild our military.
What animal would that be good for in animation, you think?
Oh, that's
the face or the voice?
The voice, like a squirrel?
I think a squirrel.
Yeah.
Woodchuck, squirrel.
Maybe a woodchuck, yeah. Hamster, maybe?
Yeah, something small.
Something small and
Big
furry?
Furry, big front teeth.
His voice creeps. Well, we don't have to play this because we read what it is in this.
And rebuild. I'm sick of these guys saying we have to rebuild the military. The military exists. The military has not been decimated. There is a military.
Yeah. Seems to be getting some things done, don't you think? Oh, there you go. Count Chocula.
Jesus Christ, I like to eat some Count Chocula. I haven't had that in fucking 10 years. Really? Holy mackerel, does that look good.
Does it?
Yes.
Out of all the
as a boy, I loved it.
Indulge in. I never liked Count Chocula.
I loved it as a boy.
Yeah.
The marshmallows always hurt my teeth. That like powdery.
Yeah, what fucking wimpy teeth.
I'm sorry.
My teeth hurt. What happened? He ate Count Chocula. They hurt his teeth.
I like the cereal part, but the marshmallows didn't agree with me.
I thought you Jews had teeth like rats.
Yeah, it's the first. It's the second day of Hanukkah. I don't think you can say that. It's the second night of Hanukkah tonight.
I did it smart. I said I thought.
Yeah, all right. I mean,
allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly. I'm just asking.
That's a tough one to sell, though, to the JDL. You guys don't understand. I said allegedly the Jews have teeth like rats. I didn't mean it figuratively. And they're like, okay, he was only making the allegation.
Yeah, but they educated me. And now I know they don't have teeth like rats.
Right. Okay.
See what I learned today?
Yeah, you learned. You had a good day.
Someone's got a little extra on the Ben Carson. It's Rick in D.C. Rick?
Hi, Rick.
Hey, guys. I think if any of you wanted to go through the process of becoming a woman, you'd have to pay for it on your own. The issue now, supposedly, is if you join the military and they approve it, then you can have the government pay for your identity or whatever change that you're going through. I think that's the issue.
Well, you know what? That's a fair change. If you're willing to give a few years of your life to the military, and instead of going to college, you want your dick cut off, or you want breasts put on, or whatever you want, why not? I mean, the military's been cutting deals forever,
right?
Which is the college fund. A lot of people join because they want to go to college,
right? And
they don't want to pay it. And, look, that's a huge sacrifice to make, because you do have to go to war if you're called up. You're the guys who are getting killed.
Right.
So I think whatever you want as your trade-off, if it's reasonable, as long as you decide before. Now, if you want to go to college and you're transgendered, well, I think you better choose. Which one's more important? But I do think that that's a fair trade-off if you join the military and you're willing to go out and pick up a weapon, whereas Jim Norton is not.
For the record, I would choose a diploma at DeVry instead of getting my dick cut off.
Fair enough, I would too.
Okay.
I choose a lot of things.
Can I ask for double D's instead of a B? Do you think they limit you to just B-side cups?
I don't. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you have to be an officer to get double D's. They have a fucking a promotional tier with being transgendered.
Oh, the guy just hung up. He knew. He threw his mic down and he's out.
He got the fuck out.
Got the fuck out. Naked artist masturbates in public box. Just going through some of the fun stories today. Is this art? I guess it's all art.
Anything you want to do that you're not supposed to do, you can do and claim it's art. I don't know if jerking off in a box is art. No, I'm going to go, you know what? It's not art.
Well, then the artist would go, well, why are you telling us what art is? But aren't artists pissed off when these stories come out where a guy is getting a lot of headlines for his interpretation of art, as they're doing, in my opinion, real artistic things?
Yeah.
Naked Artist in Box becomes a masterpiece. Get it? When 23-year-old art student Almar Adelson announced that he would live stream an entire week of himself confined naked in a glass box, he said it was part of a class project at the Iceland Academy of the Arts. Now that he's been caught masturbating on YouTube, he might consider a more hands-on major, perhaps an independent study. The Iceland Monitor reported that on...
Do they say more hands-on or hands-off? And I'm not even reading it.
Hands-on.
Oh,
yeah.
They should have said more hands-off.
Yeah, because he's
jerking off.
Yeah, he can't keep his hands off his dick. So, the Iceland Monitor reported that on day 6 of the project, Adelson got a little too excited and began pleasuring himself. The Monitor reports YouTube stopped the stream, raising the possibility that he had violated the company's terms of service. However, his wife told the Huffington Post via Facebook that the stream was merely interrupted briefly because of a technological issue.
Yes, the issue is your husband's jerking off in public.
Exactly. The site also reports that he vomited inside the box, prompting online followers to wonder about his health.
Was that part of his art?
Dozens of people are documenting his every move on Twitter, tweeting with the hashtag Nakinigakasa or whatever. It's some Icelandic word here, which is Icelandic for naked in a box. Oh, okay. It's a sideshow.
It's a sideshow.
It's a freak show. I wouldn't consider it art.
No, I wouldn't either. I don't consider that to be particularly artistic.
No. Would you do that?
No, I don't. I also wouldn't piss in a jar and call it and put Christ in it and say it's piss. Not that it's offensive. I just think it's cheesy. Who's to say what's art? That's a fair point. I guess no one, and I guess this is the price you pay.
Right.
Like, for legitimate, beautiful art or for thought-provoking art. Or you have some asshole jerking off in a box and going, I'm an artist. And we all have to go, yay, you are too. That's kind of, I guess, the price you pay for art.
Yeah, but it shouldn't... if you're a legitimate artist, are you allowed to say that's not art? Ever? Because, I mean, the famous Giuliani, when he said that wasn't art, people were outraged because they're like, how dare you tell us what art is?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to take, the funding away from the museum or something? Because of the dung thing? What was it again? We just talked about
Virgin Mary painted.
Virgin Mary painted with dung. Elephant dung.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's like, that's not art. And a lot of artists came forward and said, well, Mr. Giuliani, it actually is. In that part of the world, that's exactly what they use for their art.
Yeah, I don't know what the line... I guess there's no line. I mean, who the fuck's to say? We all look at it. We all kind of know, like, that's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
That stinks. Everyone knows the difference between a sculpture, a beautiful sculpture of a face or a hand, or even a weird modern art sculpture. What is it? Oh, it looks like two labias with a hat. All right. Put it in front of an office building. It's fucking lovely.
Let's put it in the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in the town square.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's shit.
I guess that's art too, and I get it. It's a big metal structure. All right, fine.
I never understood those abstract, I guess it is,
I don't
right?
either, but I respect it as art.
I don't. The one that always drove me nuts is when it looks like they just took a paintbrush and went on a canvas, and people pay millions for it and go, "Oh, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen." I look at it like, what? It's shit.
It makes you feel something, I guess.
What? Can't we just do that?
I guess.
But what made it so special?
I don't know.
We need people that really understand the art world to explain some of this. Because I do find it fascinating. Modern art, I just don't like in general. I don't get most of it. But
what was amazing was that recently there was somebody taking photographs of photographs and selling them as art. And of course, the original photographers were mad, but he's like, no, my art it's a photo of your photo.
Yeah.
Who's to say that's not art? I think that the court decided that there just has to be something that differentiates it. Like, meaning you have to get a frame in photo or whatever. So it's definitely different.
Right.
But it's a weird one with photographs. But I don't remember what their final decision was, but that was what somebody was doing. I was like, was he trolling the art world? Or was he just, making some fast money using other people's work?
A lot of people think Banksy is absolutely amazing with some of the stuff he does. So
yeah, I think his stuff is very good. I mean, it's thought provoking and it's clever.
Right. I want to go back to the art thing in a second, but this guy wants to talk about the transgender in the military. Go ahead, Bob in Jersey. Bob.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, listen, you made a comment before about Ben Carson calling the transgendered in the military a distraction, and you were a little critical of him. But then, in the next breath, you said that it blows your mind that Navy SEAL wanted to change his gender or do the transgender thing. So now, if it blows your mind and you're just looking at it from afar, imagine how it must blow the mind of the guy who's 3 feet away from him in the shower.
Well, first of all, I'll take the hit.
Finally.
I'll take the hit.
Finally.
But I do want to explain my comment slightly. I just expect more from someone that's running for president to discuss a very sensitive issue. He called it
You expect him to bullshit, but he's not. He's telling what's
you know
really
what?
on everybody's mind.
Bob, I'm going to take another hit. I'm going to take another hit. You're right. Because I do bitch and say, you want these guys speaking openly, and then you do have a guy saying, look, you're right. You're absolutely right. And here's Ben Carson. He looks at it as a science experiment, and he should have that right to say it that way.
It is an experiment, and it was an experiment when they integrated the blacks. It was a successful experiment, and it was one that needed to be done. But let's face it, it was an experiment.
But I do like Jimmy's point where a lot of people would look at the black issue the same way, like it's some kind of experiment, and let's not...
Well, it was an experiment. Yeah. It was a successful experiment, but at the time it was an experiment. No one knew how that was going to turn out.
My point, though, Ben Carson being a black man maybe should be a little more sensitive because his own people were looked at as experiments.
Well, and they were. It was an experiment, and this is an experiment. But you got to remember, there's guys whose lives depend on each other, and if they are even the slightest bit distracted by what is this guy going to try in the shower, or whether it's going to happen or not, you don't want that on their mind.
Were you in the military?
No, I wasn't. I was a police officer.
I did add, I like to try to throw both sides into an issue, and I did say there possibly are a lot of military guys that would be uncomfortable with transgender people around them. And do you consider their thoughts on the whole thing?
I hope a few call in, and I hope they're sincere with their discussion with you, and not just bullshit.
And it just blows my mind being a guy where you got this Navy SEAL, like he looks as manly as humanly possible, and then he didn't feel right inside and changed into a woman. I can't wrap my head around that still. I understand it. I understand it's a real thing and it happens to people, but it does blow my mind still. And
that's my point, Hope. That's my point. It blows their minds, too.
But you know what? Just because it blows their minds, I guess the point of using it as the racial experiment or women will be a distraction is that argument doesn't stand up. And it's not an effective, it's not a justifiable reason to keep people out of the military. Because it might be a distraction, because history has proved that the soldiers will behave like soldiers if they're fighting with other blacks or if they're fighting with women. And these little differences that come up are like, hey, what's the shower situation? The military will figure out. I don't think any soldier is not going to be able to do his job. I have more faith in them because the guy next to him is a woman, or, I just don't think that that's going to stop soldiers from doing well in battle.
Jimmy, then why don't they just let everybody shower together? Men, women, what's the difference then?
Because we all do, you know what? We all understand the difference. Like, the reason they don't is because of the sexual threat to women, probably. That's why.
So how would there be no sexual threat to this transgender person?
Well, I'm guessing they would have their own showers.
No. The deal is they want, if say I was born a woman, but I identify with a man, they want to shower with the men. They want to be treated as men across the board.
I think that you should have, here's what I'm going to say, you should be forced to, at least at the time, have the same genitals as the person you're showering with. Meaning, if you're a post-operative transgender, and you have a dick and you were born a woman, I think, fine, you can shower with the men. If you now have a cock, I think you should shower. If you're born a male and then you have a vagina and you have breasts, I feel you should be able to shower with the women. I think that's fair.
And Bob, as a man, let me ask you this: Are you ever would you ever be uncomfortable naked in a shower with somebody else? Obviously, not under the same.
Faucet.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a group situation and it's a whole bunch of showers, you're in there naked. Give me the scenario where you would actually be uncomfortable showering.
Hurry up now, hurry up.
Because ever since my dick grew in, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. When I was younger, and you're like, oh fuck, my puberty's taking a little longer than the rest of the boys in the locker room, then it's a little uncomfortable, and I felt, like, oh, shit, why do I have to even do this? But
well, there's another whole set of problems. Say, for instance, this female who identifies as a male is showering in the shower unit. Now, she's in there, naked, cleaning her pussy, rubbing under her tits and shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if she thinks she's a man or not. There's a woman in there rubbing her pussy and her tits 2 feet away from me. I'm going to start stroking my cock.
I love you, man. You wouldn't be able to help yourself. I guess I'd be embarrassed if there was a little flow going on in my, in my dick, but...
I look at the three guys next to me. They're pulling on it while she's rubbing her pussy. I'm going for it.
Cleaning that under tit sweat, right?
It opens the door to a whole nother set of problems. It's just a bad situation all around. Like Jimmy said, if they're going to segregate and showers and stuff like that, that's different. But that's not what they want. They want to be treated as the gender they identify with across the board.
Jimmy is more comfortable with the transgender thing than me. I get it's a real issue and that people are struggling with this, but I'm still trying to understand it. That Caitlyn Jenner thing still freaks me out. That is just incredibly strange to me. Still.
Yeah.
Just growing up with knowing, Bruce Jenner and what he accomplished and this and that, and then just somewhere in his head he had the desire to become an old woman. I don't know.
I know. I got a simple test for the whole transgender thing.
Yeah.
Like, say, the Caitlyn Jenner thing. All these people who want to call Caitlyn she, her, whatever, my question to them is, you're a heterosexual male. Would you fuck her? Would you sleep with her?
That's not a fair question.
Why is that not a fair question?
Because there's a lot of women that heterosexual males wouldn't fuck.
If she was very attractive. I mean, if you saw her from afar, let's not use Caitlyn Jenner. Let's use a very attractive woman. You see her in a bar. You're turned on by her. You want to take her home and fuck the shit out of her. But as you get to know her, you find out, oh, I'm really a male, but I'm transgender. You going to fuck her?
A lot of heterosexual males, the majority, might say no. If they're truly heterosexual, they might just say, no, I wouldn't. But then again, what if they have fucked her and enjoyed it? Does that make them bisexual or homosexual because they fucked her and enjoyed it, or is it all because they didn't know?
Well, yeah, because she's got a dick. Of course it makes them homosexual.
All right. Now, say they fucked her from the back and they didn't know the dick was there. Or say they've chosen...
From experience. Are you speaking from experience?
Well, that's what I was kidding, sir.
How do you not fuck someone? No, there's a ball.
I meant post-operative. I meant with a pussy.
Oh, no, I'm talking transgender, not transsexual. Transgender. That's what I'm talking.
Well, that's the same thing, sir. Pre or post-operative is still transgender.
No. Transgender is different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Transgender is you're a man, a transgender. You still have your dick and balls. You just identify with women. You haven't had your dick cut off.
No,
that's transgender.
No, homosexual and gay are the same thing, as is transsexual and transgendered.
No, you're wrong, Jim. Transgender is totally different.
No, it's not.
I think Jimmy's right on this one, Bob.
Well, look, if you're wrong, if you're right, I'll say you're right. I mean, I'm not married to being right on this.
If you're right, Jimmy, we'll take the hit. Don't worry about it.
I think one is one is just a more technical term for the other.
No, because a transgendered female, say a male or a female who is transgendered into male, they don't have a dick. They just got pussy because it happens when they're young. They're calling these 6, 7, 8-year-old kids transgender.
We're going to the GLAAD website. Let's see if we can answer this question.
All right, that's a good idea.
We're looking. Sorry, there's the two.
All right, here's the difference right here.
Transgender
older term. So transsexual is an older term. It seems like for the same thing. Wait, unlike transgender, transsexual is not an umbrella term. Many transgender people do not identify as transsexual and prefer the word transgender. It is best to ask which term an individual prefer. But what's the difference between the two words?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it just a term difference, or let's see? Oh, hold on. Transgender.
Hold on, Bob. We're trying to figure it out. We got them both up here. We're just trying to figure out
an
what
umbrella
the
term for which people whose gender identity and or gender expression differs from what is typically associated with sex they were assigned at birth. This is transgender. People under the transgender umbrella may describe themselves using one or more wide variety of terms, including transgender. Some of those terms are defined below. Use the descriptive term provided for the individual. Many transgender people are prescribed hormones by their doctors to change their bodies. Some undergo surgery as well, but not all transgender people can or will take those steps. And a transgender identity is not dependent upon medical procedures. Okay, maybe he's correct. And this is transsexual. An older term that originated in the medical and psychological community, still preferred by people who have permanently changed or seek to change their bodies. You know what? You're correct. You're right and I'm wrong.
All right. Thank you. Well, I know Caitlyn Jenner still has his dick because he says he loves it. He's never going to get rid of his dick.
Yeah, I never realized there was a difference there.
Does Does Caitlyn Jenner just lay around with his dick hanging out?
I hope so. I mean,
wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that? And does he yell at it? I mean, does he? I still say he. I'm not doing that on purpose. It's just. Does she? But does she? Because she wants to be known as a she, so a little respect, I guess.
I want to be known as a fucking millionaire, but I'm not. So
and I'll answer the Caitlyn Jenner question. What turns me off about her is the giant right knee.
Oh, yeah.
That she got that doing very manly things. That knee is giant. I don't know what's going on there.
That's some ugly shit right there.
Wow.
That's some ugly shit right there.
Bob, good conversation, Bob.
All right, take care, bro.
All right, have a good day, all right? Bob in Jersey. Oh, did we?
It's fine. I have to announce it now.
Okay.
It's just my stupid.
It's not stupid.
But I mean, that's just not the way I should plug it. But my tour, I'm finally doing like a real theater tour. I'm calling it Mouthful of Shame, and I start up in February. Tickets are going to go on sale. The pre-sale is this Wednesday, and the on sale is Thursday. But it's like a 5-month theater tour starting in early February in Chicago. And I have a whole bunch of dates here. I'm going everywhere. Chicago, Boston, Jersey, D.C. again, Philly, Portland, Vegas, L.A., every major city I'm hitting. And I'm really, really looking forward to this.
Wow,
so I don't know how to promote my own tour. I don't know what I'm supposed to say about it other than the pre-sale is Wednesday. And these are not giant rooms. Kenny, I think, might have an idea on how to promote this.
You should show excitement.
I'm very excited.
Okay, good.
And I'll tell everybody how terrific you are.
Thank you, Kenny.
All new material, all new show. Gearing up to tape another special.
I hope so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of theaters.
Yeah.
Mostly theaters here, I see.
All of them.
All theaters.
All theaters. The Paramount in my hometown of Huntington, New York on March 4th. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm doing that because you raved about it and you said that Jim shot there, and I'm like, I wanted to do that. Oh, wow. These are on the site already?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, you have a professional organization behind the scenes.
I didn't know that. I'm too filled with shame.
Pennsylvania.
Well, you have a mouthful of it.
I didn't even mean
Hard Rock in Cleveland. You got the Fillmore in PA. Wow. Grand Opera House. Lincoln Theater in Washington, D.C.
That's where I shot Monster
April
Rain.
2nd.
That's where it is, yeah.
That was a very good
so let's
theater.
reminisce.
Wow, a lot of dates.
Yeah, there's 5 months worth of dates.
Jimmy
All
is hitting
cool
the road.
cities.
Very cool.
Coming to a city near you.
And what, tickets are available right now?
No. Tickets on sale Thursday.
Okay.
Pre-sale is Wednesday, 10 a.m., and there's a special code word.
What is it?
If everybody's listening, I'll tell you.
But I don't know if that can be a big teaser.
There's a few that are still not listening.
I was just going to tell
Give him a
people.
second. Give him a second.
Oh, okay.
All right, now they're all listening.
Everybody's listening?
Yeah, I just got the word.
Everybody's listening.
Listening. The code word is Norton.
That's not my doing. I would have made it more creative.
That's smart, though.
No, keep it simple,
Yeah,
stupid.
you got to keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, but
Kenny's right.
Tinkle is a simple word. But then again, people are like, is it E-L or L-E? All right.
We made...
yeah, and it's not case sensitive.
It's not.
No.
We made good livings off keeping it
simple.
Simple and stupid. Stupid simple, as Kenny would say. That's very exciting news. You go to JimNorton.com for your to see where Jimmy's coming as far as where you live. Right?
Yeah, I'm really psyched about this one. We we spent a lot of time putting this together and hitting dates and places I've gotten emails from and that wanted me to come back. And ticket sales have been really very good. So
some cities for the first time.
Like which one?
A lot of
Nolo?
cities.
Huh?
Nolo?
Huh?
New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my first time doing stand-up in New Orleans.
You've never done New Orleans?
Never. And I've been getting emails from New Orleans for literally 13 years. So if you guys don't come out, I'm going to burn the fucking theater down. They've been asking me for over 13 years to come down to New Orleans. Grand Rapids, Michigan. There's a couple I have never been to before. Madison, Wisconsin. I've done Kansas City. I've never done St. Louis. I'm doing San Antonio. I've never done that. There's a few places here that I've never been. Of course, I'm going back to Boston. Yeah. But I'm hoping this will sell.
Yeah, it'll sell.
I am hoping people come out.
Yeah, because your tickets will make a great Christmas gift.
Kenny, I appreciate you saying that. I never...
Yeah.
Actually, you're 100% right,
Great
though.
idea.
Yeah, and it's Hanukkah right now for all our...
The problem is we don't talk
Jewish
to many of
friends.
the ladies. Although the ladies come out to the shows, too.
Yeah, the ladies love Jim
But the ladies
Norton.
would buy the tickets for their man for
ladies ask Jim Norton
Christmas.
to sign their breastises.
Yeah, they do ask me to sign their tits a lot.
Is that for real? They really do?
Yes.
Pregnant women ask them to sign their bellies.
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Guys ask them to sign their butts.
What?
That's true.
How many penises?
No.
I've never signed a
Not big
cock.
enough for a signature.
You just go, no.
I've never actually signed a cock, although I've convinced myself that's what I was doing. So I hope people come out.
That's very exciting. So the tickets go on sale Thursday?
Yeah.
At 10 a.m.?
Pre-sale Wednesday. Regular on sale
Why is there a pre-sale and all that? Why is
I don't special know. People that have the special code
Is it just
word.
to build interest? I'm asking
It's
for
more
real.
the radio show thing, too. I think that they want people from the radio show to go first because I'm more announcing it here. But that's it. I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
So you could start buying tickets Wednesday.
Yeah, with the special code word.
And then everything on Thursday. But everything is already on Wednesday.
Yes.
Only if you
the
have the
pre-sale
code
is
word.
Only with the code word, though.
Oh, you have to have the code word for the pre-sale.
Which is hard to figure out.
Norton.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone should start buying their tickets Wednesday using the code Norton.
Yes.
Keep it simple. Simple, stupid.
Yes.
Stupid, simple. Which one?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Simple, stupid?
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. We should get some promos running on the channel for this.
Yeah, I think that they said they got the Comedy Channel behind it. I'm hoping.
Right.
I don't know. I was so last minute with this. The poor fucking marketing team at my agent's office. Till Friday at midnight, they were working on putting this together. And then I got a new photo that Coke Logic helped me with. So, that'll be up in.
Yes. Thank you, Coke Logic.
Yeah,
You're
really
terrific.
great. That guy's a fucking Photoshop genius.
Nice.
He's not really good at many things in life, but boy, can that cocksucker Photoshop. Thank you, Coke Logic, honestly, for
As he's
helping
listening
me.
to his Pearl Jam.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's
a good friend.
boy. Very good boy. He's always been there for us. All right. Very cool. Anything else about it? Or
No, I'm just
Mouthful
hoping.
of Shame
Today
tour?
was just being announced, and I'm hoping people come out to the shows. I'm always nervous.
Nah, I don't think you should be.
I'm a scared boy.
No, you'll be fine.
Please come out to the shows.
They will.
No, it's a big event. Like when you come to their city, it's an event.
Thank you. You couldn't even say that like you believed it.
He paused. It's
I love
pause. It's a
he's
event.
a good friend. It's a thing.
It's a
when
thing.
you come,
Yeah,
it becomes a thing.
And it's a special treat. I'll be there too.
There you go. That's the attraction.
That is the attraction.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Yes.
Very cordial to the fans.
Are you?
Yes, some even.
You seem to be a stiff in the photographs, though. You're cordial, but you just don't want to smile for the people?
On the inside.
You smile on the inside for them? Okay.
Yeah. Some people request I get in their photos.
All right.
They do ask for Kenny.
Yeah.
Ooh. And a lot of times he's not the most. He's a bit curt with the fans sometimes. I'm doing business, and then he comes over.
You certainly don't have to tell me.
Business before pleasure.
Yes, we know that. That's
You're
why
right.
you're terrific at what you do.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm selling merch.
You don't socialize. You get right to the task at hand, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
there's no
Right, Kenny?
sugarcoating with me.
No, none at all.
Kenny's a great ally.
All right. I'm very excited for Jim Norton. Mouthful of Shame tour starts, and the pre-sale is Wednesday. You can go to jimnorton.com for all the dates. They're up there, looks like, right?
Yeah, they're on there now.
Looks like I'm looking at all the dates, so wonderful.
It's a very apropos name.
See if Jimmy's coming close to you, and it does make a very good Christmas gift. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll certainly be talking about it more as...
Yeah, and start the new year off right with a Jim Norton show.
Ken, that's the way to look at it. That's great.
That's even better.
Yeah. And there's other club dates besides that warming up for the big
Only
tour.
January. That's the end of the club dates, or the end of January. I made up a
New
couple
Year's
of dates.
Eve, 2 big shows, and
All right, don't mention any of that right now.
Okay, GH.
Simple Stupid, remember?
I am.
Tomorrow we'll talk about his New Year's Eve show and stuff. Keep it all about the tour right now.
Okay.
That would be really smart. JimNorton.com is hitting theaters. That's a big deal for Jimmy and his career. So please go to JimNorton.com and see if he's coming close to you, okay? And
Yes.
the pre-sale is Wednesday. You use Norton.
Even if it's far from them, go anyway.
You know what, Kenny? That's really smart.
You know, like the Deadheads used to follow those people around?
For what, too, right? They weren't
Yeah.
even getting anything out of it.
Yeah. They could follow Jim Norton around.
Yeah, follow me around.
But his fans need to be called something.
Nortones.
Ripped off.
I like the Nortones.
The Nortones.
The Nortones.
It's a legion of Nortones.
The Nortones. All right, very cool.
Thank you for your help, Kenny.
You're welcome. I'm very excited about this. We're going to be doing a lot of traveling, GH.
I hear that.
Maybe you'll tag along for a few.
I see a few cities I wouldn't mind going to, for reals.
Philly, the Philly crew?
No, I don't need Philly. I go down there every other fucking weekend. How about I go somewhere new? Sorry.
Hey, Kenny.
I love my family down there.
After we're in Huntington, we can go to...
Let me pick my cities.
F.H. Riley's.
Can I pick my cities, please?
All right.
I'm going to pick...
Vegas.
I'm going to pick Huntington. Because I do like the Paramount and Jim and the gang over there.
L.A.
You're going to love the Paramount. No, I'd go Chicago over L.A., to be honest with you.
Well, maybe we should speak to Sirius. Maybe we'll do some live broadcasts.
I want to go to maybe like a Denver or Portland.
Yeah, you know what? Portland I want to get back out to. I've only been there one time. It was years ago.
I hear it's amazing. I would love to go to Portland.
It was a brand new club, so I'm hoping that I go out there and this is a little bit more people show up.
I would do Denver. I would do a Portland. Definitely go back to Boston. I'm not going to be able to do any of these.
What about Vermont? Vermont, you could do some skiing like you
Someone's got to continue doing the radio show. Looks like you're missing some radio days.
Not too many, though. There's a couple. It's like
Thursdays. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, a couple of Thursdays, but the majority of them I can fly out Thursday like I normally do, and it's just the Friday.
Yeah. And I want to go to Austin. Never been to Austin. I want to go there.
Austin's the festival.
Really?
Moon Tower
Comedy and Oddity Festival. That sounds very cool. All right. Go to JimNorton.com to see where you could go and see Jimmy as he starts his theater tour. Okay? All right?
Yes, please come out.
They will. They absolutely will.
I hope so.
There was something else in here. The Naked Artist.
Cleveland you've been to. We're going back.
I'm kind of over Cleveland.
We had a good time in Cleveland.
We always have a good time in Cleveland. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be over Cleveland. They've always had our backs. We have to break?
Cleveland, man.
For what?
You got some live reads to do.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll go to Cleveland.
Look at Stangler Bros cock blocking the tour.
Yep.
No way, man.
For the record, I didn't say a word.
Yeah, I put the tour information up as you were announcing it.
And Justin got a haircut for the occasion.
Just for the occasion.
That's why you got the haircut. You knew this was a big day for Jim Norton.
I'm here to support Jimmy.
All right. We're going to take a break. We good?
Yes, man. Thank you.
We're good. We're going to take a break, and we'll wrap up next with a couple other ditties, I guess. Stay there. We're wrapping up. I guess E-Rock's really mad, huh?
He's mad. He's mad.
Why is he mad?
Why is he mad? You said he's furious, didn't you?
Well, he was texting me. He's texting Roland. Roland's here telling me. Roland?
Oh, no.
We're on the air.
He's mad. But I told him something. He says we got miscommunications.
What?
He's apparently not. It's bad information. He's not coming in to interview somebody for his show.
Oh. So
but the talent department thinks he is.
We were just extremely shorthanded today. So.
I just say my bad. I love you, E-Rock.
But what is he texting everybody? I got text messages from him.
Who
did. Else? E-Rock's really mad.
Denny.
Why? Huh? He's just really mad.
Mad about what?
He wrote me. He goes. He wrote, I'm not coming in, and I wrote, we heard you work to interview the new Spider-Man kid or something, right? Yeah. And then he wrote, nope. And then I have no confirmation for an interview. I would have been in for work and taken the day another time. And my day was booked a month ago.
Okay.
Month in
but
capital
why would you
letters.
just call in and say that? Like, that's all you got to do is say that when you call in, and then make us look stupid, which is not hard. Just say I was booked a month ago. But you go, oh, okay.
Right. We're just shorthanded today.
Yeah, that was the question. Was it booked a while ago? And I was told it was booked last minute.
Yeah.
No one said this was booked a month ago.
No. Roland? Was it booked a month ago?
Roland was very happy.
Again.
Roland was very happy to push the theory forward that this was last minute.
Again, misinformation is bad, people.
Paul, was this a last minute, or was this?
I have no idea. All I heard
confirmed
was
a month ago.
All I heard was last week him go, oh, well, I'm still not going to be in on Monday.
Paul doesn't know. Paul's just a boy.
He is just a boy.
He's just a boy with a lovely coiffed hairdo doing 8 men's jobs.
But I do have an announcement.
You do?
I am taking over as head of the channel.
Oh, good.
Oh, finally.
Wow. Some of that magic that you bring to the show on a daily basis. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you people missed it. Roland almost tripped and fell over the ottoman, and nothing would have made me happier than for Roland to crack his head like in fucking $1 Million Baby and just be paralyzed around Christmas.
I tripped on my computer cord before, and Jimmy was watching me do it.
We were off the air, and I just went, I was so pleased.
I wish Roland would take out that Christmas tree, just fall over and take out the tree that Erik worked, 2 hours on? 2 hours on these decorations?
2 hours.
It looks good, though. I gotta be honest. I like to be a Grooge. A
Grooge? Oh, boy.
Sure, a Scrooge.
Oh, Grooge.
I'll probably email everybody, facilities, security.
At first, he had
Check the tapes.
At first, he had the white garland hung up, and then he redecided it and intertwined the green with the white.
Oh, nice.
Is redecided a word?
I don't know.
No.
He redecided.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Should we go home now?
I think we can. It's 10:29. Let's bail on a minute early.
Let's get out of here. I think we kind of did it. I want to thank Sharon Osbourne for coming in today. That was a nice little surprise.
And I wasn't being polite, and I don't think Opie was either, saying that she looked really good. Like
Why? People think that?
No, I'm saying that. I'm just thinking like that sounds like something you say when you like somebody. Like, oh, you look wonderful. She looked really, really good.
I would have sex with her in a second.
Yeah. I wouldn't without Ozzy's permission. But if he gave the go-ahead, which he may.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't give a fuck what you do.
I'd have to work a few things. I would have to work a few things out, but I'm just saying, if it was an opportunity to present himself on the up and up, I would have no problem doing that. I've always found her sexy. Always. I don't know what it is about her.
She's very bossy, and she looks like she doesn't take any guff, and she's straight. I told you to kiss my feet. Well, my feet need kissing.
I kind of like taking a little charge there, Jimmy.
We're just different people.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
My sexuality in a real blender.
I wouldn't mind actually feeling like I'm in charge. All right. And what else? Oh, Jim Norton's tour. His theater tour starts up very soon. JimNorton.com. All the dates are listed. The pre-sale is Wednesday, and you use the code Norton.
Yes.
To get the tickets before everyone else does. It goes on sale for everybody on Thursday.
I only have one night in the Wilbur Theater. I'm doing the Wilbur again, which is Bill Blumenreich's room up there. I have not done that in years because I would normally shoot up there, but I'm not shooting in Boston this year. I wanted to switch it up. So...
where are you going to shoot?
I don't know yet. It's one of two locations. I might even confirm that I'm going to shoot, so I can't announce it until it's actually...
it's one of these?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I really want to shoot on this tour.
Oh, you didn't tell me, but I think I know.
Yeah, people have been enjoying the...
Can I guess?
The new set. I won't tell you if you're right, but let me see if my poker face is any good. I'll give you a definite no if it's no.
I say you're going back to Washington, D.C.
I can't say.
Jesus.
I don't know. I love that theater.
Although Huntington would be great. I saw Brewer film there. Did he film there, or was it just a good show?
I think he did film there.
Did he?
Or do I not know?
I'm trying to remember. No, I'm not sure. It's just a great. It's just a great room for comedy.
Yeah.
All right, we should go.
We're back tomorrow with some people on. I don't even know who's on tomorrow. I know we're here, and I'm gone Friday again. But I don't know if you're doing a show Friday.
No.
I'm going to UFC.
I'm starting to slow it down. We got like 9 shows left in the year, so time to take a little break. We've had a hell of a fucking year. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
A lot has gone on.
It certainly has.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. I'll be in Vegas on this weekend with my ex-girlfriend. We're sharing a room.
Who are you going for in that fight?
I want Jose Aldo, but Conor McGregor is really better for UFC. Like, I love Aldo.
Me and my brother-in-law were talking about it. He liked Aldo, and now he loves McGregor because of all the shit talking he does.
I do enjoy that.
He sent me a video of like kind of a montage of all the shit talking that McGregor has done, and he turned, and he's all about McGregor now.
Yeah,
he loves it.
I don't think he's going to win. I think Jose Aldo is going to beat him up.
This one, I am definitely getting this one. I don't get all of them. This one, I said that about Rousey, though. I didn't get Ronda Rousey, although I watched a little bit on Periscope till they shut down the feeds.
Yeah.
I think I should just pay for this one.
Yeah, why not?
The problem is they start so late. The main fight starts so late, and I have a tough time staying up.
It's a Saturday, though.
I have a tough time even on the weekend staying up past midnight.
Oh.
So maybe I should take a nap and prepare. Because I really want to see this. I'm being honest. A lot of times when I'm on the fence, I'm on the fence because they start so late. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can. You know. And then the problem is, if you really need to know, the kids. As soon as the kids go to bed, Justin and Erik understand this fully. As soon as the kids go to bed, you're on the fucking clock.
That's right.
They are getting up at 7 a.m.
No matter what.
7:30 a.m.
Yep.
So as soon as they go to bed, you know, I take advantage of that and try to go to bed like an hour later so I could get my sleep in because they don't understand. They don't know how to sleep the fuck in.
Nope.
So that's what the problem with these fights starting at midnight. I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, they'll be up early in the morning and I'll be fucking tired.
Same thing. I stopped paying for this stuff and just the next, because I'd always be asleep. The next day I would just see the highlights.
And then you know what
I watch illegal feeds on Twitter.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, what I do is the next morning. It's not the same though, people, because we love Dana White.
I do.
I go right to Twitter and find some video clips without really knowing what's going on until the tweet gives it away.
Right.
Ronda Rousey just got her ass kicked.
Yeah, I always go. I watch them live. On the road, I look forward to it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
The hardest part is making sure I'm going to get home. I'm always afraid I'm going to turn the computer version on and like catch it. One time I walked in and like I could see the winner with their hands up. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah.
Cock!
I'll tell you with the Ronda Rousey one, I did wake up early and I was thinking to myself, all right, I want to see how she won the fight. I just assumed she was going to win that thing. And then I was like, what?
I know.
And then I clicked on all the videos, all the different angles, the slow-mos, and, you know, whatever.
At some point, like, our father is a huge fan, and he watches all these things. And
UFC?
Yeah, and Erik and I want to take our dad to... yeah, all of it.
No kidding.
Yeah, we want to take our father to one of the fights.
We go all the time when it's local.
Yeah, I really want to go.
Right,
we want to bring our dad.
We're babbling. Thanks for listening, guys, and we will do this again tomorrow. Have a good day.